In war and darkness we ignite the spark. Flames of fury like the callous heart. Steel meets leather, flesh on fire. Adrenaline rush, burning higher and higher. WrestleManiacs attack, no turning back. WrestleManiacs attack under the blood moon. Broken bones, wounds that never heal. Minds on the edge, feel the raw deal. Chaos in the ring, sweat dripping rain. Tear down the walls, feel the unchained pain. WrestleManiacs attack, no turning back. WrestleManiacs attack under the blood moon. WrestleManiacs attack, no turning back. WrestleManiacs attack under the blood moon.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
Brother.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, boss? How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. I always like WrestleMania weekend. I actually, to devote Saturday and Sunday to wrestling, I think it's kind of cool. Once a year, it's always fun. Well, they do that now for a couple events, no? Or is it just Mania and SummerSlam?
SummerSlam, but I'm sure the Royal Rumble is coming at some point. They're going to do that 2 nights eventually as well.
Again, I don't mind the 2 nights. I would rather have it split than those freaking 6-7 hour shows that we used to get. That was rough back then.
I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted because it seems like there's way more commercials and just bullshit on these 2-night events. So
Well, we'll get into that, but that I think only started like this year, right? Like, or maybe last year. Like all this,
yeah,
ESPN
last year
and
is pretty
Netflix and
noticeable.
shit, like that. That's a big issue, but yeah, I guess we'll talk about it. I mean, I don't know if we have difference of opinions or all kind of agree on some stuff, but I definitely think tonight outshined last night for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, I enjoyed last night, but yeah, tonight was a much better night.
I think of the matches at least were a bit better on tonight's show. Most of them were actually pretty good, aside from maybe one, which we'll talk about. One was like not so good, but it's always fun to get together and do these post-Mania shows. And we appreciate everybody tuning in because this is not anything that we regularly talk about on on these channels. So this is a multi-stream. It's not only on the Dead Pit channel, the Born to Be Rad channel, it's also on Crater Mania on YouTube, and you guys should go. And
there's a lot of wrestling talk on my channel, so if you want more wrestling talk, you'll see a lot of it over there.
Yeah, we both did episodes of how I got into wrestling, brother.
That was fun.
But anyway, we're not going to kick it off with the WrestleMania review as of yet, because on Friday night, well, technically early Saturday morning, midnight, I didn't watch it live. I couldn't. My body is just I can't go that late anymore. Just can't do it. The Hall of Fame ceremony, and the last few years they have fitted in after SmackDown because there's really no time since they've done these 2-night shows. There's no time for it otherwise, and a lot of controversy around the Hall of Fame this year. So we definitely need to talk about that because I started watching it on Saturday morning kind of early, and I had not read anything about it. And it was like a 2.5 hour show. And sometimes those Hall of Fame shows go crazy long. Like some of them have been like 4 hours at one time. And I remember back in the day, the only way to see those Hall of Fame shows in their entirety was buying the Blu-ray. You guys remember that? And it was like 4 hours long. The Hall of Fame was. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I actually have the first ever televised Hall of Fame that they did on VHS. That Bobby Heenan was in, and I can't remember. I think maybe Sergeant Slaughter was in that one, but like whatever it was, who all was in it, like it was the first ever one. I've got it on VHS somewhere around here. I'll show it off sometime, maybe if I can find it.
I like that one. That one made me sad because I remember when Heenan was up there and he started crying. He said, "I miss Monsoon" or something like that, and I was like, "Oh, that's wicked sad." Yeah. That was those were the days. And then they used to come on like the blue, like you'd buy Mania and it would be like a third disc, like a lot of years, like on the DVDs or Blu-rays and stuff. So that was always cool too. But you're right. Like I didn't watch it. I thought I was going to be able to make it, but I didn't on Saturday. So Friday. So I watched it early Saturday morning. I woke up a little bit earlier than usual and I watched it. And like you said, it wasn't as long as usual, but there's a lot of reasons why, you know, as it kind of got going, like it was really like a 3-person show. And then then those other weird legacy ones that were a big freaking waste of time, which we can kind of get into because it started off with Stephanie, kind of led the charge with that. And, you know,
she was like the headliner this year.
She was, but she opened it, but they wanted to make AJ feel like the headliner, but we know Stephanie really was.
Stephanie took up half of the show.
Yeah.
Her video package was longer than anybody else's speech but hers. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, she had the longest speech. I mean, you know what, though? I will say this, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but when they were doing that package for her at the beginning, kind of showing her career and stuff, I actually sat back and I was like, fuck, man, like she was great back then. Like you forget how good she was when she first came out with Triple H, and then she kind of went like she was fantastic, man. Like I think of Stephanie now as like just boss lady, like running the ship, and it's kind of like Divas Evolution, and like all that. But like you forget like how good she really was in that role, like from the time she walked in to like when Triple H and her got together, like unbelievable for someone who wasn't really trained for this. You know, she was the kid of the owner, but like still she really did do really well back then and deserves obviously a Hall of Fame, not only for her career, but obviously because she freaking runs half the company. But still, it was a great package and it really did kind of bring you back to be like, wow, like she was special back then. I think she's a little overlooked as far as how good of a character on screen she really was. Yeah. So I did appreciate that they did that package. It really did open my eyes to be like, you know what? I freaking miss those times. And the thing is too, like they were younger than we are now then. And like, I feel like that doesn't feel that long ago. And I'm like, dude, like we're time is flying by right now.
Yeah, and that I 100% agree with that. I love the video package they put together for her, and especially the music, the bodies from Drowning Pool over it, you know, because that was what they were using when they were reintroducing ECW.
Oh, they loved using that song back in the day.
Yeah, and then she was there for a short time during the invasion and the alliance angle. She was like the new owner of ECW, and she wore like the backwards like hat that had the ECW logo on it, and so yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think Stephanie was definitely a memorable character, but a lot of stuff rubs people the wrong way with her, and that's including the Hall of Fame stuff too that went on because you know you had a lot of people there, legends in the business or whatever. That what was Bad News Brown was like what maybe 60 seconds. Maybe 2 minutes, if that.
Not even that. It was like about a minute. Same thing with Sid.
And the legacy, the whole thing that look, Sid deserved a full induction. The legacy thing for Bad News Brown. Welcome, Stunt Man.
What's up, guys?
Yo.
But the thing that they did was say, I think that was some sort of personal thing that they did, man. I think that was some sort of slight against him in particular. And I don't know why, really. I don't know what kind of issues they may have had, but dude, like that was just fucking confusing. Like, why do you do that?
Well, I was thinking about it too, and I thought to myself, like, you know, when they first announced they were legacy inductees, I kind of was pissed because I was like, I felt like when they decided to do that, that was going to be for people like way earlier, a long time ago. Like Sid was newer than the Demolition were, right? So I'm like, that doesn't make sense that Sid would be in this legacy thing. But then I started to think, like, do you think they're going to start doing that for people who have already passed that can't go on stage and give these speeches anymore? Because you're trying to think, like, who would have given the speech? His kids? Like, I get it. I wanted more for Sid, and I feel like Sid 100% got fucked over in that whole thing. Imagine being his family coming out and they're saying, Sid in the Hall of Fame, showing you wave, and that's it? That's all you're there for? Like, it sucks. And Sid was awesome, man. Like, he deserves every piece of recognition he can get. But I'm just thinking to myself, do you think going forward, if the person's not alive, they're going to try to just kind of get through it and it is what it is?
I had that same thought as well, but like, if you think about, I mean, they could do that, but like, think about if they ever induct Bray Wyatt. Do you think they're just going to have Bray Wyatt as a legacy induction? Because I don't think they will.
I mean, but you'd have people that are around now that can talk about him and stuff, where it's like back then, it's like, who's going to come out and talk about bad news? Maybe Brett could have, right? Maybe, because he was in the Canadian Fed with him, wasn't he?
And they even had, I think, they had a battle royal at one of the WrestleManias that like at the last two was Brett and Bad News Brown. Bad News Brown wins it. He has the trophy. Brett comes back in, destroys the trophy. You remember?
Oh, so Justin said too there was no Sid merch, but there was Rodman merch. I'm gonna look at the site. If there's a Sid shirt, I want it, but I don't.
There's
know
not. I don't think there is. I mean, I haven't looked myself, but I know that Sid's son made a whole big post about all that shit, and like he claims that there wasn't any. So
yeah, I saw that too.
That's wild.
I just think like with Sid, Bad News Brown, he was a memorable character for sure. But in WWF, he didn't do as much as he did in other places. Like, he was big in like Calgary and some of these other territories. Sid was huge in WWF and WCW. He was like champion in both places multiple times, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's just bizarre. Psycho Sid gets inducted and it's like a minute and a half or whatever. If that
he was the only guy to ever main event with both Hogan and Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, it also too with Sid, it's one of those things that, like, if you would ask AI, show me a wrestler, that's Sid. Like, I used to say this to my uncle all the time. You look at Sid and it's like, what other job would that guy have? Like, that guy like looked fucking like the premier wrestler. Like, he just had that perfect look, the build, the size, like everything about him. And it's unfortunate that, he didn't get the proper induction. I actually think he should have been in it years ago when he was alive.
Yeah.
But of course they like to sit on it and fucking wait. And this is the kind of shit that happens.
Super intense guy too, man. Like, one of my favorite promos from him is the match, right before the match he has with Hogan at WrestleMania 8. And like, he's just, they're interviewing him in the back and he's like, I don't give a damn about Hulk Hogan and all this. It's like, it's really, all of his promos were that
bro
way.
There's no Sid merch, dude, at all. That's fucking crazy. Like, I'm looking right now, dude, there's Stephanie shirts. They actually do have a lot of cool Rodman shirts. I actually would probably love to get them. Like, they have all those NWO ones that he had back in the day. Those are still up. The Rodzillas, the Bash of the Beach, property of NWO. But they even have like a Michelle McCool Hall of Fame shirt. Why?
Wow.
But that's wild. There's nothing.
Who the fuck would buy that?
Jesus.
It's so bizarre too. Like, to touch on the Sid thing again, like, Rodman gets a full, featured induction into the Hall of Fame, and the guy only had 3 matches in WCW. Now, I get it. It was a big deal. Like, and a lot of people say, well, if they're going to put him in the Hall of Fame, they might as well put David Arquette in the Hall of Fame. And I'm like, well, it's a little bit different because Rodman, I mean, this was like 97, 98. I mean, not only was he, in WCW at that time, and WCW was on the top of the world, but I mean, he was a Chicago Bulls member as well. And, they were winning back-to-back championships around that time. So, like, it was a huge deal, as far as, like, if you look at celebrity inclusion in wrestling. But as far as to put him over Sid as a full, like, featured induction, I think that's ridiculous, Do
you think so? Was Rodman in the celebrity wing, or does that not exist anymore?
I mean, I guess he was the celebrity wing induction, I guess, this year, but like,
well, the Hall of Fame itself doesn't really exist, so they can kind of do it.
Right.
Well, you know what else though? I'm going to say this. I love Rodman, but his speech was fucking terrible.
Do you even understand anything he said?
I was like, no, he was just making shit up on the fly. I was like kind of getting nervous that he was going to start saying something he shouldn't be saying, because I was like, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing up there.
Okay, I guess
weird, man.
That's good to hear. I mean, I thought that was just me, but
No, yeah,
No.
he did. It was bad, right? It was like,
yeah.
like at some points, I'm like, is he gonna? I thought he was like saying Hogan's name wrong at one point. I was like, what the hell's going on up there?
And then did you even understand anything he said when he was doing like the Hogan impression? He was like,
Let me tell you something, brother.
It was bad, very, very bad.
he was on some good drugs the other night, I tell you.
But
Yeah, but that whole Hall of Fame thing, though, man, like it used to be a lot of fun to watch, but anymore, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like I did not. It was cool to see Warlord and Haku
Arn
and those guys
Anderson.
yeah,
induct Demolition, and it was cool to see that. But man, those speeches used to be so much longer and a lot of, it's just a lot more to it. And
but do
now
you
it's
think
just-
that they cut them on purpose, like because people always bitched about them being long? I didn't mind them being long because I love stories and stuff. So, but I
They
know a
should have
lot of
cut the
people always had a
Stephanie one.
problem.
It was painful.
But don't
I mean-
Demolition seem like great dudes though? They like seem like
Yeah.
the nicest fucking guys. And
They are.
I
man.
was
If
kind of
you've ever met
disappointed. I
them,
don't know if
they're
I
cool.
missed it, but did they ever bring up Crush at all? Like even
They
since-
did.
Yeah, they said.
Oh, they
they said
did?
Brian Adams.
Oh, okay, because I was like, oh, I wish they would give Crush a little acknowledgement here, but
Yeah,
they-
they talked
so
about
they did,
Mr.
okay.
Fuji.
Yeah, because that would be the only Hall of Fame that he would ever be in, I would imagine, right?
I know. I mean, they should have took the little Hasbro figure out like LOD did with fucking Hawk and put the little Crush Hasbro on the table, because
Although
it
Crush
was
was like what, maybe the last 6 months they
yeah,
were
like it
around or
wasn't
something.
long, but I mean, it was still memorable. Like, I mean, he had a bunch of figures in the demo gear. Like, I think he had a Hasbro, he had a Jax, and he had a Mattel all Demolition. So, I mean, I think he's still pretty recognized.
Which we'll probably get a lot more merchandise of Crush or the Brian Adams character. They have the rights to him. Like his family gave WWE the rights. So I'm kind of surprised that he wasn't included in the Demolition induction. I mean, even though they did mention him, but I mean, like they just in the video game that's out now, WWE 2K26, in the DLC, they just added Demolition, and Crush is a part of that. But I'm hoping to see like maybe some new cool action figures or something of him going forward.
Well, they said, was it Major? But Major just did the big rubber guys of all three of them in a 3-pack. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah, I always liked Crush in there. I wish they would have included him a little more. But I'm glad they mentioned him because I thought I missed it. I did miss it. I thought they didn't, so I was like, shit, that sucks. But no, I'm glad they mentioned him.
So, I mean, we can go ahead and get started though, because this was a 2-night event, and we decided to just do one post show, which I think, looking back, is definitely the best way to go about it, because there's a lot of filler in both of these shows. But John Cena was the host. They brought him back. He had just retired, 3 months ago,
Yeah.
and already brought him back to host WrestleMania. Which, have they had a host? When was the last time they had a host for WrestleMania?
Didn't Hulk Hogan did it at 30, right? And then
Mhm.
Seems like
the
the
Rock,
New Day was a host at one time.
the
right,
New
or
Day was
something.
I think at 33, WrestleMania 33 maybe, something like that. That's the one that the Hardys returned at. I know didn't the Rock host it one year?
I
Yeah,
think he
he
was
did.
like 27.
27,
shady
yeah.
one.
Mhm.
You know, the thing about The Rock, though, I think tomorrow he's going to say he probably would have booked Mania different.
Yeah.
He'll say that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would have did it different.
But yeah, he came out. He's not the wrestler Cena now. He's like got the big nice suit on and everything, and he got the Vince hair almost. And I mean, his stuff was pretty much just throwaway on this. But the opening match, of course, they were congratulating Michael Cole. 25 WrestleManias he's called.
That's crazy, right?
That's insane to me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But they've always loved Michael Cole, and he's been there longer than anybody else as far as doing
Who would have
the
ever thought?
announcing.
I would have never in a million years thought Cole was going to be the guy to take over after Jim Ross. Like I
No.
would have never guessed that looking at that.
You
roster
you
back
not
then.
are you not a Michael Cole fan, Garrett?
I don't mind him, but I don't. To me, like if you tell me like greatest, I would never have included.
Oh well, I think he's up there though, in my opinion.
I don't know what if it's just my age, but like when I think of it, I just think of like Heenan, Vince, Gorilla, and Jim Ross. Like those are the big ones that I think of all the time.
Oh yeah, those are and I put.
I'd even
Schiavone
say I would even
too.
say Shivani. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brockzilla, what's going on, man? Thank you for the super chat. I'm surprised they let Sid's son come out on Saturday after he shit on the Hall of Fame.
He has the same haircut as Sid, though. I was kind of.
It looks like he's almost as big as his dad too. He's a big guy. What was his name? I can't remember his name, but the oldest son.
They're gonna put him in the. They're gonna hire him after he said that to make him feel better. You're going to NXT, pal. Oh, all right, cool, thanks. And what was the little cowboy guy? What's his story?
Yeah.
Some close family friend is all I know. And then there's photos.
That was his neighbor, I think they said, because like he came out with Sid once during his like the late 90s WCW run. And seems like there was like something backstage with him too, like when he was in WWF. But I think they said that was like his neighbor back then. But I could be mistaken. I don't know.
Sid like the little cowboy guy.
Yeah, they were close.
Little Sid, little psycho buddy.
But opening match though, 6-man tag, LA Knight, the Usos versus Asho Speed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. There's several matches that seemed like they were just thrown together on the show, and this is definitely one of them. But they chose to open the show with this. What'd you guys think of this match?
Fucking glorified Raw match, but like, I will say this: I think if like watching Isho's Speed, he looks great in gear. He like looks like a wrestler. He did well for a guy who's just like him and Logan. I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, these guys just fucking catch on pretty quick. I wouldn't be surprised if they offer him some kind of contract at some point.
So yeah, he had really cool looking gear, but something I didn't even realize until my little nephew pointed out when we were watching it. He said he's dressed like Danhausen, and I was like, "Holy shit, he is!" He's got like the black and red like gear. He had the cape on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you think that they did that on purpose because of the little interaction with them, or
possibly? I don't know.
I didn't think about it. I noticed he had a cape. I thought it was weird, but I didn't think about anything with the Danhausen. But,
yeah, he said that. I was like, oh my gosh, you're right.
But I thought he did great, but it was almost like this whole match was like dedicated to like put Speed over, kind of, which was strange.
He did a lot better than I thought he would do, honestly.
Yeah, same here. I figured he'd be the one to take the pinfall. Like,
me too.
Having the other guy take it, I was just really shocked.
Wait, who took the pin?
Theory.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Like
Poor
one
Theory.
half of your tag champs. Like
Theory came back
crazy.
just to be
He's
a
the
shitty
jobber
guy
of the
again.
group.
Like,
Yeah.
But he came back as like the mystery guy just to be back to jobbing. Like,
what's the deal with LA Knight? Is like one of those guys that always seems to be popular, but they never do anything with him. What do you think that is?
I think there's a little bit of jealousy probably with Triple H, and sees a guy of that size that's good on the mic, and I think there's probably a little bit of like pushback, and maybe LA Knight's the type of guy that speaks his mind, and they don't like that, and I think there's something there backstage that they're not letting him just go all the way, because what's the harm? Like why hold someone back? If it doesn't work, it's not going to work. But I feel like they've done that way too many times with people that were over that totally fucked them up, when it's like, dude, you can make money off of this guy. Just let him go. If it fails, it fails. Like, what do you have to lose? I feel like, and you may love or hate this guy, but I think that they fucking pulled back on Ryback when at a time where he was white hot, and they probably should have. But I mean, I think that they had an opportunity to make this guy a big star, and they pulled back, and then he never ended up gaining that momentum again. And now it's like it's over for him. But I mean, I'm afraid with LA Knight, it's like this guy's white hot. What are you going to wait till he's like 52 before you give him the push he needs? It's like it's now or never, and it's like let him fail if you don't think he's going to get over. Like
they touch on that a little bit in a couple of episodes of WWE Unreal, where like he was supposed to have, they gave him this chance to do something when they had that Money in the Bank match that Rollins won, and like he fucked it up. And then there was like a few other instances where like they gave him a shot to do something and he fucked it up. So like, I don't know if there's just a lot of like backstage heat on him because of that. There's some, just someone that's just kind of, like Triple H or Michael Hayes or one of those guys, but might be like, getting in someone's ear like, oh, well, I don't know. We gave this guy a chance and he just keeps fucking up. So, but
maybe they just
up like
see him as an upper mid tier guy. Like that's probably just the way they view him, like,
yeah,
they don't see anything further out
But
of
I
him.
do think he's the type of guy that could be utilized in so many different ways in the future. I just don't want him to be like a flash in the pan. Like I think, let him run with, even if it's a like the mid card title, see how he does. Or what if they want to push him, great. But like I can see LA Knight transitioning into like a commentator, like a Wade Barrett. Like I think he has that. Like to me, he feels very, I'm not going to say macho man, but in the sense that he's just got a great character where like when he's on the Slim Jim commercials, it's kind of like, yeah, he belongs here. Like I get this. Like it makes sense.
Look at Booker T, man. Look at how well he transitioned to a commentator, from a wrestler. And I don't know if you guys watch NXT regularly, but like that's the highlight of the show, really, is Booker T's commentary. And that he's the one. And me and Mark talked about this the other night with John Grande on my channel, but like Booker T really helped, his commentary in NXT really helped a lot of the talent get over and get pushed over into the main roster, like Stephanie Vaquer and Trick Williams. And I mean, but now it just feels kind of different. Like they don't feel as over on the main roster, since they left NXT. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like an extra layer to the character, like all his ad libs and his timing with everything. It services them really well. I know what you're
something about that Jade. I really like her. I really like that Jade Cargill. Yeah, we know you do, Booker.
Yeah, her look and really nothing else.
Yeah, something about her I really like. Yeah, we know.
But LA Knight and the Usos defeated Theory, Paul, and Speed. And they did the spot at the end where they kind of turned on ISO Speed and like I guess the baby faces kind of got behind him and he did that big splash, which was really cool. But the ISO Speed is probably not even 130 pounds, right? Soaking wet. He was like gliding through the air like a fucking paper airplane or whatever.
And I think you called that too, right, Mark? Didn't you say you thought that Speed was going to turn face at the end of the match?
I thought it was a possibility, but I didn't think they'd do it. I thought he'd be the one to take the pin just to protect the Vision. So I was way off on that one.
Now they're like making him a bigger star than Austin Theory in like one night.
But you're in for a long night though, because this kind of started here because the matches, and I think Mark was keeping up with like the match time versus the ads and the entrances and all this. And it adds up, man. Like it was so like I was watching on German Netflix, right? That's what I watch it on. And they kept playing the same 3 or 4 different like trailers for the Hulk Hogan documentary, which looks pretty good, by the way. But I've seen the same 3 trailers like 8 times over the last 2 days. But yeah, we're talking what? In between the matches, at least 20 to 30 minutes of bullshit.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would go away like to an ad, come back, they talk for a few minutes, and it would go back to an ad again. And then you'd have to wait again for wrestling. So
but that's the thing. Like we've never had this every match, like we're starting soon thing before. Right. And like, it wasn't that bad tonight. If they even did it at all, did they?
They did it on my feed quite a bit
tonight too.
Mm.
I see. I don't remember, but I just remember last night me being like, again, like remember back in the day, they'd do it at like an intermission, like halftime. And then they would have like the last 3 matches. Like now it's like, what do they need to waste all that time in between for?
Mark, are you jealous that I watched on German Netflix?
He's like, me too.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it on German Netflix, but I found a pretty good stream that was not ESPN.
Wait, am I the only one that paid for this?
Yeah, I borrowed my buddy's Disney Plus account. He has Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN all together. So I was like, yeah,
That'd have been sick if Crater watched it through the lines, like on Scramble.
VPN's the way to go, man. If you
I
get
used
a
to do the
VPN.
through the lines though all the time. My parents like when I ordering that pay per view, I used to try to like get it and like I could watch some WCW.
You could
pay-per-views,
listen
like,
to
through the
it,
lines. Yeah.
That's what
Figure
I
out
would
what-
listen to it a
Like
lot.
think about how crazy that was back in the day. That you're literally watching like through these little lines and be like, yeah, I know what's going on.
I remember having like fond memories of, I think it was Royal Rumble 92. I watched it scramble. I mean, I listened to it and kind of watched it. I had more fun than watching this shit over the last couple of days. Next match, though, unsanctioned match. I think this is the next match.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. Jacob Fatu's like, he's
a beast.
and I'm glad that they let him go over, but at the same time, like Drew McIntyre, I think isn't being used that well, and he's another one that should be in the main event.
Yeah, he's fucked. But I mean, how many you can't have so many people in the main event. It is what it is. Like I agree. I think Drew's always been that guy that's like they give him just a little, but you always know he's kind of like gonna take the fall at the end.
Yeah. He's gonna be gone for a while now, right? He's gonna be filming highlights.
Yeah.
Well, good. Let him go do that. So at least it's something good. He's not just like not being used, which is
Right.
nice.
He can come
So,
back and
Yeah. So let him go. But yeah, this dude Fatu is good, and I think they got something big with him in the future.
I think he could be the WWE champion for too long. I mean, I'm sure we'll get into that later about stuff with Cody, but like something's going down, I think.
yeah, Cody had cunt eye last night. I don't know what the hell.
Tay, can you explain?
Poor
Can you explain to everybody what you told us? Some of the reasons you don't like Cody.
Oh, there's a
thought
lot
that was
of
kinda funny.
reasons. I can
Yeah,
go
but-
on.
But
I don't know if we have enough
explaining it
time.
you explained it to Crater, and I just wanted to hear to say it again. The reasons that you don't like him.
Well, he's got a
Yeah,
pocket.
let's
Who
hear
the
it.
fuck in 2026 carries a pocket watch? A fucking pocket watch. Right.
Okay, why else?
He's got the 1930s business suit that he wears down there. John Cena light.
What else did you like? You didn't
I
like
don't know
the bow tie. You didn't like that.
I don't
either.
like his tie. I don't like his hair, his frizzy fried fucking bleached hair. Jesus Christ, dude.
So we're in a chat and he's writing all that, and then Crater just writes, "That's kind of random reasons not to like a guy."
I was like,
It
oh,
is.
I've got more. No, but like the thing with Cody is people are just sick of his shtick. He needs to change it up. I think if he turned heel, that would be the best thing that could happen for him.
So when I finally meet you in person in Pittsburgh, do you want me to text you and say what should I wear before approaching you?
Yeah, don't bring a pocket watch, motherfucker.
Wait a minute, Garrett, are you gonna be at Living Dead weekend?
I am, yeah.
I am too.
Oh baby.
We're gonna have some slaw sandwiches.
WrestleManiacs
brothers.
running wild in
He
Monroeville.
was
We're gonna
trying to
be
get
eating some-
Mark to show up, but he won't.
Wallaby
he won't come.
licorice, baby. Let's go.
It's not that I don't want to. I definitely do. It's just it's a 10-hour drive. It gets
Take the private jet then.
Yeah.
Hour tops.
that's true.
Private jet with the 4 couches.
Yeah.
He's got his own speaker couches in the jet too. Updated models. Change them out.
Oh boy.
But what did you guys think of the McIntyre and Fatu
I thought it was
unsanctioned
great.
match?
I actually thought it was one of the best matches of night one.
Mhm.
It was 14 minutes, 9 seconds. Pretty good. I mean, there wasn't anything super memorable in it, though.
Mm.
They do those street fights and stuff too often, too. Like they should,
Yeah.
if they're going to do something like that for Mania, they should have more of a gimmick to it and explain it a little bit better. Like,
Which
why don't they do?
they did that for Dom and Ballard. It was like just announced today that it was going to be a street fight. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
promoted with the weeks, leading up to the match or Mania.
Very last minute. Yeah.
And they just like, oh, okay, this match is now a street fight.
Unsanctioned.
Just continuing on here. That was a fine match, though. I like Jacob Fatu quite a bit.
Yeah, it
I
was
like Drew
alright.
McIntyre as well, but they never do anything with him. So, after some more breaks and commercials, and we got to see Hulk Hogan versus Ted DiBiase from 1979, Madison Square Garden again. WWE Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way match. We got the new Demolition, Nia Jax, and Lash.
I thought that
Legend.
was great, though. I
liked that
loved
too.
that. Yeah.
I wish it would have been. They should have just done black though.
Yeah. But I mean, I get it, but it was cool.
I liked it too, and I thought for sure that CK would shit all over that.
They kind of look like Klan members walking down there in that.
God,
from the distance.
holy shit.
They did.
You know what's gonna happen is all of a sudden, like we're gonna hear tomorrow. It's like the Jason universe really liked what Nia Jax looked like. She's gonna be the next Jason.
And you had fucking
someone say that like during their entrance, did they say like the Jason hockey mask?
Did they?
But I must have missed it.
I think when they were inducting Demolition Hall of Fame, somebody had mentioned that it was.
Or it might have been that. Yeah, I can't remember.
But here's a question: what did remember it was like all this stuff where Braun Strowman was going to be Jason? Is that still a thing, or is that just like
that's bullshit?
Remember that whole thing came out?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I don't think that's true though. What do you think of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss's costumes coming down to the?
They were like banging into each other with those wings.
I liked Alexa's. It was the tribute to Bray Wyatt was cool. Just as a moth. I thought it was. But as far as Charlotte's, it was I don't know. It just kind of felt like a throwback to the whole Divas stuff and like the butterfly Divas title, and I don't know. And it's odd because like a lot of these chicks are coming back. AJ Lee, Paige is back now, and that was during that whole Divas, the Bella twins. It's almost like, and they're trying to bring back, I think, was it Chelsea Green that said that she was trying to start a petition to bring the Divas title back?
Mm-hmm. It was, yeah.
I'm not sure. But anyway, I thought that they both kind of looked ridiculous. Alexa, like, what was with her makeup too, man? Like, holy shit, she looked like somebody from one John Waters movie or something, right?
I thought it was cool looking.
She looked like Glenda or something.
Yeah, versus Bailey, Lyra Vaquera versus.
They need to be gone, dude. Both of them gone. I don't care.
Garrett always like fire his ass. I
would fire a lot of people. Bailey gone and Lyra gone. I mean, I like Bailey and all, but she's not gonna go over anymore. She's done. There's too many people that are ahead of her now. It's like a big waste of time for her. She's might as well go to AEW and feud with Sasha and be over.
What
again.
would she be in AEW though? What was her name before she was in WWE? I don't even know.
I don't know, but she can do whatever she wants. I mean, Sasha calls the shots over there. She'll be fine.
Brie Bella. The Bella twins originally, but Nikki got injured. They never did say how. I don't know if she was doing some tricks in the bedroom with somebody or
she deflated one of her tits or something.
Yeah. But I had heard rumors though that Paige was going to be the replacement, so I was kind of expecting that. And yeah, she came out. Her first match, I think they said since 2017 in WWE. So I didn't realize it had been that damn long. Holy shit.
Time flies, man.
She looked great though.
Yeah, I'm happy to see Paige back, dude. I'm so happy to see. I would rather have Paige there than Bailey. Like, I mean, I think Paige is a bigger contender at this point if they want her to be. So I was stoked. I always liked Paige, always. Even when she was in AEW, she didn't do much, but it was good to see her back in the ring. I think her career ended way too early back then, so it's good to see her getting, a little bit of more. I hope to see her kind of in the picture, dude, now, because a lot of these girls are getting older and Paige is still young. She's been around a long time, but she's in her like early 30s, dude. Like a lot of these girls are pushing, mid 30s, 40s now. With Paige, because she started so young, like 18.
Yeah. The only issue though is her, her back and neck and all that she's had problems with. So just have to see.
And that was cool to see. I guess her win the championship, but with the only downside is it's with a Bella twin, and I can't stand the Bellas. But I honestly feel like they're going to do the same exact thing tomorrow night on Raw that they did last year with Becky and Lyra, and
they're going to drop it.
Either Paige or Brie, they're going to turn on the other, and they're going to drop the titles to someone else. Because if you think about it, it's a weird pairing for tag champs.
Yeah,
Paige and Brie Bella it's a really strange pairing, and I don't foresee them holding those titles long.
But if that's the case, don't you think they could have on the fly been like, yeah, let's not just have them win because it's stupid. Like, You know what I mean? Like they should have just called an audible and had someone else go over, but to like have Paige come back, win a belt on her first night back, and then just lose it just on Monday, it just feels like what was the point of even going to that route at that point?
I mean, I'm not really like surprised at anything anymore when it comes to the booking, you know. So
Nope, we said the Bellas are gonna win. No changing it now. Like then who would win tomorrow? Probably someone from that match.
maybe
I think
Bailey and Lyra. I would
no,
think.
they're not winning anything. I think Nia Jackson, that other chick, probably should have won. To be honest with you,
I thought for sure though, because they had the Charlotte and Alexa come out there as fucking butterflies, that they would have some sort of big hawk thing for fucking Lyra, but they didn't. Like she's the bird lady or whatever usually.
yeah, but they're probably like
something
no
that
wings
happened.
tonight.
So something tells me that they're done with her. Like I think that because they normally cut wrestlers around a week or two after Mania. I think she's one that may be getting cut.
I do.
I hope not. I
mean,
really,
but you can't save
like Lyra
everybody.
more than I did. That's
But
true.
what is she gonna do? Like she's not gonna be anything. I mean, they don't even know what to do with Oscar.
The fans don't really like her either. She's not getting a response at all.
It sucks, man. I really like Lyra for some reason, man. Like I thought I was, but then when I watched Unreal and they kind of featured her on there, it just seems like, you know, she was really genuine about wanting to be there and everything, and she's really, this is something that's really important to her to kind of to make it, and just it sucks to see that she's really not gaining any kind of success or developing any, you know, as a star in WWE. And I really want it for her, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen at this point.
I mean, I think they've given her way more opportunity than she deserved early on. I mean, think about all the shit she's already accomplished, and she's never been over, ever.
Yeah, I know.
And you have people like you said, like Stratton's not on Mania, Chelsea's not on Mania, Asuka's not on Mania, and then you have Lyra.
Io's not on Mania.
That's what I mean. So it's like she's lucky that she even had a match, because like there's other girls that are over that are sitting in the back, like at catering, when she's out there getting zero reaction that she hasn't had at all. I mean, I definitely think she's about done.
That Kiana James girl, I think she's really good, but she just doesn't have a gimmick.
Who is this?
I mean, Kiana James, she's like the mouthpiece for Julia, the other Japanese girl that's on SmackDown.
She's a wrestler though too.
She's the women's
US
champion. And then she was in the women's elimination chamber.
Oh, is she the one with like she comes out with like the schoolgirl outfit on or whatever?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She's cool.
She's kind of bigger, right? Like tall.
She's muscular.
Really.
She's kind of
Is that what
muscular.
I'm thinking of?
Big fake titties.
I've never seen Julia because I watched SmackDown last week. That's the only time I ever watched it. So I've never seen her work at all. So
they haven't given her much to do.
I found it interesting that they, you know, she's the U.S. champion, the women's U.S. champion over on SmackDown. And then, you know, Io Sky, one of the biggest women's stars in the entire company. There was not a single Japanese WWE star on WrestleMania this year, was there?
No, they made them all sit in the back.
It's like
Io came out or whatever.
I mean,
she was in like part of that, but like, I mean, she didn't actually have a match of her own, and like they're not doing anything with Nakamura unless just having him like having backstage segments with Tama Tonga on SmackDown, and I don't
put asses in seats, brother.
I don't know what they're going to do with all that shit, but I'm just tired of the MFTs. I know that. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, they'll be on the chopping block too. Fucking corn on the cob, whatever his name is. He's gone.
Who's it? Shinsuke?
No.
Jesse
Mateo. Oh,
Jesse Mateo, man.
I don't watch SmackDown, so I forget they're still around.
Oh, damn. Anyway,
on.
continuing on.
Garrett's a part-timer fan.
Yeah, that little rhino.
All those guys too. Tala Tonga. What a fucking.
I saw
he's like a 7-foot Kirk Hammett, so he looks like.
Like that Battle Royal on SmackDown. Remember, I messaged the guy and I said, "Dude, I don't know anybody in this match except like Cardona. That's it. Like all these people."
Mid Cardona.
Hey,
women's Intercontinental.
No.
Women's Intercontinental Championship match. And this feud has gone on forever too. So I think hopefully it's over. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. I don't care about either one of these bitches anymore. This is
I
like
think it's over. It's got to be like AJ's going to go away for a little while. So
Yeah.
Becky
Well,
can.
she said something on the post show about how she was leaving AJ, and then
Yeah,
like
I think her contract's probably was only for about a year or something like that. I think she's done for a
when
while.
nobody really seemed to care too much either. Let's be
Nah.
honest.
I don't think. I mean, I usually one of the most positive people you'll meet when it comes to wrestling, and I didn't give a shit about the Pistons. Here's how much I didn't give a shit because me, Mark, and John Grande did a prediction show the other night, and I accidentally left that match off her predictions because I forgot about it. Because I think AJ Lee sucks on the mic. She's not great in the ring. She's very just boring and awkward, and I feel like she's only there because of CM Punk.
She had more confidence like way back, like around 2013-ish. Like
Yeah.
now, I think her time away has hurt her a lot. She was very
You gotta-
uncomfortable on the mic.
She was
every
10
segment she
years. It was
had.
10 years away, right? So that was quite a
Yeah.
long time, and didn't do anything in wrestling.
But do
Yeah,
you
it
wonder,
definitely
like,
shows.
do you think it's a confidence thing, or do you think she just doesn't want to be there and she's pretending to want to be there, and that's where it's coming off
I
weird?
think
Because
100% that's what it is.
when I met her, and again when I met her, it was closer to when she was around than now. This was years ago, but I mean, she kind of was very standoffish to everybody. Like it almost seemed like she didn't even want to be there doing the autograph signing and meet and greet and stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like she's there because Punk probably begged her to do it because it's going to make him look good in the WWE's eyes, like getting
More
her
money
back
for them as a family.
Yeah, and I
too.
think she probably was just like, yeah, I'll do it, and then I'm out. Like I just feel like she just doesn't. It's not in her anymore to care. And I think she was good back in the day, but I think that was a weird time in wrestling. Like you said, it was more like the Bella era that she was feuding with and Caitlyn, and so I don't think she's ever really had to work with some of these better wrestlers because she left kind of when Paige got there. So I don't think she kind of really had an opportunity to work with these women that can really go. And I think I like AJ, but I think she's just over it at this point. It was cool to see her come back, but if she's gone now, it's fine.
Got another super chat here before we move on a little bit. What's going on, Michael? Lyra is a great wrestler. She just needs a little edge to her, something to make her connect. I would much rather see her than Lash or even the Bellas at this point.
I mean, the problem is that in WWE you need to connect. So good wrestler or not, like then she needs to go to TNA or AEW if that's the case. I mean, she's a good wrestler. I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying to be a star though, you need to connect with the audience. You could be a terrible wrestler, but if you connect, I think like Jade Cargill's not a good wrestler, but she's connecting a lot better than Lyra is as a character. So they're gonna keep her over Lyra. I just think it's, you're right, she needs an edge, but I just don't buy it from her. Like, could you even see, like, unless she can really snap into like a weird crazy heel, I just don't look at her and think heel to me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
she's
I don't know what
definitely
you do with her. Yeah, unique for sure, but I don't know what you do with her now. They already gave her that title run. She had the feud with Becky, so she's done the mid-card thing for the title there. She's not going to go up against Rhea, so she's just going to be floundering, I think, for the next few months until they find a spot for her.
It's tough, man, because like most of these shows, I mean, I know sometimes they have multiple women's matches or whatever, right? But you've really got to show something, and the crowd's just never been behind her. It's like almost sad, really. And
they gave her opportunity to get over as a baby face too, and that's the thing; it just never connected.
Yeah,
I thought that match tonight with her was probably the best that she's looked in WWE since.
He's so passionate about it.
you're getting emotional. No, he about yacked.
Man, I fucking got choked while ago. I started coughing, had a coughing fit. I had to go out of here for a
The
second.
greatest match I've ever seen in my life. It's still
It
real to
made
me.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Talking about Lyra, kind of all.
Something else that somebody had noted on here, though, Becky Lynch had not had a singles match against anyone other than AJ Lee and Maxine Dupree since August of 2025.
I think AJ, I mean, I love Becky. She was my favorite for a long time. She does not, I don't care about it anymore. I think her time's kind of done. I don't want her to go anywhere else, but I just feel like she's another one where she just doesn't feel like she likes it anymore. I feel like she just comes out like she's doing her job. Like that's the feeling I
She's
get. Now.
39 years old now, and I know that she did say recently in an interview, I think it was with Chris Van Vliet or somebody, she said this was her final run with WWE. And I think she said once her contract is done, like she's just going to focus on being a mom.
Sad again. Yeah, no, I think that's probably the best thing for her now. And then maybe come back later down the road and do like a one-off, but
Yeah, do some Trish Stratus appearances.
But I'm gonna just bring this up really quick.
Mm-hmm.
He's the majority of his right. I agree, and that's why when I talk to you guys and I say I'd fire all these people, and that's the reason because then nobody's over. Like there's so many guys on the show tonight that are over, and if they went away tomorrow, nobody would give a shit. And it sucks. It's sad. Why aren't they finding people that are like connecting? Is it because ticket prices are way too expensive and no one's showing up? I don't know.
I think a lot of it is the booking, at least from week to week with Raw and SmackDown. I mean, Crater, you could probably second this a little bit. The character work is just not anywhere near where it should be. Like it's way off. Like they're not building people well enough on these week to week shows, at least to me. Like it's just not there.
No, I mean they're definitely not. Like, and especially with AJ Lee, it feels like that's something they would have worked on her with if they were going to have her such a featured WrestleMania match with Becky, because like I said, you look at her, when she's doing these promos, she's talking on the mic and everything. It's so awkward. Like it just feels like she is just, she's fed these lines and they haven't given her a single like acting class in wrestling or anything. And they're just like, okay, go out there and say these lines. And like, she says it in the weirdest way possible to me. Like it feels so cringy to watch sometimes, honestly.
Yeah. You're not sure if she's playing character or telling the truth. Like when she was like, I went to rehab or something. Cause like she was saying, I'm like, wait, did she really? Or is she playing like, or she mean her character? Like,
was it rehab or she just said she was just in therapy?
Because, therapy. That's what it was. Yeah. I went to therapy. Like, how dare you or whatever. And it was like,
you're a fucking drug addict married to CM Punk.
But did you really go to therapy or are you saying that because your character was crazy before? Like, I couldn't tell if she was being like straight or
no,
like
I think that was true actually.
I think it is. I think she was like, for some reason, seems like I read that she contemplated suicide or something at one point.
Really?
Or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't want to get into that.
Carter Drudentia with a super chat. Developmental is good at making an entrance. Nothing much character wise beyond that. Thank you, sir.
That's happening. Or booking is just worse. They don't know what to do with them.
It's a weird thing that WWE did for the entrances of Becky Lynch, where they had this band, the Wonder Years, the band that does her actual theme song. They're supposed to be performing live, but there was like a miscue, and like the music started before the guy could start like singing into the mic. And I'm like, so they're having this guy lip sync, and the band is not really playing. I mean, when did they start doing that shit? Because as far as I know, all the bands that performed live before WWE was actually performing.
But was that really what was going on? Because, or do you think that there was some kind of like weird timer with the show? Because even like tonight when Rhea came out, she was singing her song, but it wasn't even matching the words. So like, do you think there might have been some kind of weird like
with the monitors or something?
Yeah, like it was like I noticed that a lot last night where everybody was mouthing stuff like
Liv Morgan, I think,
what
too.
I was hearing. Yeah, I noticed that too. So I think that they were really singing it. I just think we got a weird. It was coming off weird on the TV.
Yeah, that's the way it came across. It's like, because definitely what I seen on TV was like the vocal started for the track, and then like he like missed his cue, and it was like he started after the vocals had already started. So I was like, okay, so
I know.
Lip syncing.
Yeah, I think it was what we saw versus what was reality. I think there was something because everybody was off. Like every song that came on and the wrestlers were mouthing the words, they were off. So I think it was definitely something of what we were seeing versus reality. But when they when they said now introducing the Wonder Years, I'm like sitting there waiting for Fred Savage to come on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Play some
I've
fucking
seen
Joe
those guys
Cocker.
live. Yeah,
I didn't even know. Like, I've never heard of that band in my life until tonight.
Yeah, I like them. Like I was surprised when they actually, because they're kind of a very random, like post-hardcore genre band, and when they got them to do Becky's music, I was like, oh well, the only way they've had to do this because Becky probably likes that band, and but I've seen those guys live a couple times, and like they really put on a good show, but like that's why I was so kind of let down. I was like, is WWE really just going to have these guys like mimic a backing track or something?
Well,
That's
a
what
lot
it
of the-
sounded like. It
a
didn't
lot of
sound
the
live.
times it's easier for them to just do that rather than set it up for them to play live and it actually sound good. Because I know a lot of like live TV shows and stuff would rather, musicians just do that.
Mhm.
So maybe that's
I would have
part of it.
rather seen Jason Hervey out there, to be honest with you. But
He was at the Hall of Fame. Did you see him?
no,
He was in
I
the
didn't see him.
crowd at the Hall of Fame.
then he should have came out when they said.
I'll
the
have
Wonder
to
Years.
clip it and send it to you. But
Jason Hervey was he
that'd
there
be
with
awesome.
Missy Hyatt?
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's
That's
doing
like
dating,
Eric
yeah.
Bischoff's best friend, right?
Get back together, yeah.
He hooked back up with Missy Hyatt. Anyway, Gunther versus Seth Rollins, right? This is another one that was simply just thrown together. They didn't really have a history or anything. I think they were kind of alluding to Heyman, maybe paid Gunther off or something, right? Or I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but they never really like forward
No.
like that story never wrapped around, right? Like they never went back to
No.
it, right?
Not
the only
yet.
thing the only thing they touched on that was after Gunther, that one Raw where Gunther came in the back and he kind of standing there with Heyman, and like Heyman just made it clear that he didn't like pay off Gunther or anything, but like Gunther's like, well, you owe me a favor or whatever, and I'm pretty sure I know what that favor is going to be.
Why does everybody keep saying that to Heyman? What is he doing? Going down on people in the back?
Yeah,
Like everybody's like, now it's my turn to get that.
You owe me a
favor, brother."
sexy favor, baby.
Like, why is everybody asking Heyman for favors? What is he? What is
like
he? have
we
the-
heard what happened in those bingo halls in
Like,
ECW.
so do you think if he had all this pull, like Austin Theory or Logan would be going after the title like every week? Like, what favors does Heyman have that he's giving everybody?
I thought this was a pretty great match, though. I mean, I was kind of
I
expecting it to be good. Probably the best match of not one.
I'd
in
say
my
so
opinion.
for sure. Yeah.
And we got to see Braun come back, which
Yeah.
I was surprised he was that physical, right? Because they say, after a hernia surgery, man, you got to be very careful for a little bit.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, he looked great. And I guess that's the next feud with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker coming up, probably Backlash,
He's awesome,
maybe.
though, man. Braun's awesome. Like,
So what
it's
happens?
rare to
with
see a new guy that you just kind of like. This guy's got everything you need.
So what happens with Gunther now, though? Like, I mean, does he just kind of go back and do his own thing, and then just kind of like somewhere down the line, maybe around SummerSlam, he asks, for the favor from Heyman, which I think is going to be, which I think is going to be a match with Brock. Honestly, I don't
I think tomorrow he should
Not Roman?
he should pin.
Well, Brock hung it up, man. He ain't doing it. He's
Yeah.
done.
Whatever. What the fuck ever. He's not done.
It's gonna happen tomorrow. They're gonna say Gunther versus Bailey and Lyra. If they lose, they're gone, retired. He's gonna retire them. They're out. Tomorrow.
Fire his ass.
They're done.
Gunther's one of those guys, though, man. Like, he has never had like a good program going into Mania, ever. It just seems like they've thrown his shit together every year, and that's unfortunate, really. I mean, I don't know what to think if this was Brock's last match. Oba's the younger guy, so I think that was the right call, because Gunther's like 40 years old, right? He's almost 40, I think.
I think maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, I mean, I would have rather seen that than Gunther. I mean, even though that's a good gimmick and everything, there's always more people to retire. But anything Gunther does is gold, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, and the match was good for two vets in there doing their thing. It was great. It's great to see Braun. And like I said, just watching him on that stage sprinting like a friggin' machine, I'm thinking he's either gonna kill Rollins or he's gonna fucking take a nosedive on these stairs. Like, I was nervous when he was running down those stairs, but it came off looking good, I think, for what it was. So I was happy to see him. I'm glad he's back, and I think he's definitely of the future. So whatever they do with him now is just gonna work him up. So probably the Rumble. He'll probably win it and move on
I
to Mania
think
next year.
I think that this match was probably my favorite match of night one. I think it's definitely, it stood out more than the others just because I don't know, it felt more physical than the other ones did. And it's just odd to me too, like because they had 2 weeks to kind of build that match going into Mania, and it just came off as more appealing than anything else on the night one card. I mean, but look at Oba and Brock. Like they didn't really speak any words amongst one another. Leading into that match, and like it was one of the most anticipated matches in all the week of the whole weekend. It's odd. It's like they put all of this effort into these other stories for these matches, and just like they kind of, when it comes time to have that match at Mania, they almost like fall short, or they're just, the matches are short themselves. I don't understand what the process is behind that.
The whole booking has been weird. The storylines have been weird.
Yeah,
and they don't do many, like they did it, I think, a little bit tonight, but like they exchanged the commercials that they were showing, and when they used to show like lead up packages, before a match, where they'd kind of show you how we got here to kind of build up the thing. They didn't do a lot of that this time, which was weird, because then a lot of matches just kind of felt like, oh, okay, it's this. Like there was no build, like in like a package. So if you didn't watch Raw or SmackDown in the last 6 months and came on here, you wouldn't know what the hell was going on.
That's because a lot of this shit didn't make any sense. Most of these matches weren't built up at all. They were just kind of thrown together.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a history with the women's match a bit. Stephanie Vicker and Liv Morgan. That was the next one. I was kind of looking forward to it because I really like what they're doing with Liv right now. She still looked rough from that damn headbutt though a couple of weeks ago. Holy shit. She had like a little horn coming out of her head, like that guy from Never Ending Story. That's what I thought of when I saw it. But I like this match quite a bit. They had the entrance with her new music video. You guys getting funky like a monkey. Listen to that, baby.
Is it just me, or did that whole thing come out of nowhere? Like, did anybody even know she was going to be doing music at all?
Well, she's not singing. I mean, that's like Britney Spears type singing, right? They're actually
but that's got to be her singing. It's not.
It's supposed to, what they said, that's supposed to be her singing, but like it's obviously like they've
auto-tuned out the ass.
Editing to it.
But what's the plan here? Like, is she gonna have an album, or is this just gonna be like a one-off? Like, remember that time I sang a song? Like,
here's
like
the weird thing.
What is the reason behind all this? Like, what is this leading to?
She did an interview the other day, and like they asked her about that, and she said in that interview that she was one and done, like she wasn't going to do any more music after that. But then, like last night, after Mania on the post show, they're talking to her, and I think Corey Graves or one of those guys asked her the same question, and she just kind of alluded to, like, I don't know, maybe I'll do some more, maybe I won't. Like she gave this fucking Tom Atkins answer, and I was like, okay, so honestly, I don't want to see anymore because I feel like that really threw off.
What the fuck? Why just do this then? Just once? Like, I just had a dream of making a music video one time.
That's kind of what it seems like. Yeah, just a little experiment, I guess.
Fucking Jeff Jarrett or something. Like, what the fuck is the point of it? I don't get. I didn't get it. I still don't.
Well, the strange thing is they didn't really hype that up at all. They just were like, "Here it is, boys. Here's the new video."
Yeah, like it popped up on my news feed like early that day, and then that night on Raw they showed it. And I was like, "Holy shit! They're going to actually use this for this fucking feud." And I was like, "This." I don't get it. I really don't, because I was enjoying that feud as well, like leading into it. I mean, because it was really, really interesting, because a lot of the segments leading up to it is almost like they were trying to make Stephanie the heel in that feud, because she was the one that was doing all the ambush and attacking Liv from behind and shit, and just making her like, like, you're nothing, you've been nothing, and all this shit like that she would say to her. So she came off very heelish. I was like, so that's why I was so kind of invested. I was like, where are they going with this? And then that music video drops. I'm like, okay, now what the fuck are they doing?
That might be the best thing they've done with Stephanie the whole time she was champion. I mean, I told you, Grado, like, I don't think they booked her well at all. It sucks she
No,
had to
it's
drop
weird.
the title, but I saw it coming.
It's like what I said earlier, you know, like she was awesome. Like she was so over
Yeah.
the moon in NXT. But then, like, since she's came to the main roster, it's kind of like, what are they doing?
But I feel like she was
Exactly.
doing better on the main roster until she got the title. Like I feel like she was really building up, and then when she got this belt, they didn't know what to do with her. But I will say this about Stephanie: there's not many people that have this aura about them that when you see her walking to the ring and stuff, you're like, she's special, she's a fucking big player, and she doesn't ever have to say anything. Like because she doesn't have like she's got a lot of broken English, she doesn't do a lot of promos. She's not very animated. Her charisma is like it's just there's something about her just walking to the ring that it's just she has a great presence that I feel like there's not a lot of people that can do that without having like this insane charisma behind them.
It feels like if they were going to, you know, do something with her, you know, big time, then they should give her a manager, like a mouthpiece. You know, I'd put like I wouldn't want to say put Paul Heyman with her, but like, you know what I mean? Like just find someone that can really talk good on the mic and just because that's what they're doing with Julia. Because Julia, you know, she speaks really broken English, so they put Kiana James with her to kind of talk for her. I mean, I feel like they should have done the same thing for Stephanie.
Yeah, something's going to give with her. I mean, I think she's always going to be a huge star. I just think that they didn't know what to do with her when it came to feeding her talent as a champion. I think she's probably better either chasing it or maybe as a heel. I don't know, but I think it's Liv's time. I mean, Liv's had a great run the last couple of years and not really had that time to kind of just like hold the belt and shine. So I think it's her time because she had the belt and then got hurt, right? Isn't that kind of what happened to her before?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, new women's world champion, Liv Morgan. It was about 7 minutes. It was a fine match and everything. A lot of interference and plunder and all that. And then they did... What?
Fucking Justin. What the
Justin Smith.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I've thought the same fucking thing before.
He's like, I'm not in it for conversation.
I didn't know her boyfriend was deaf. No, I had no idea.
Yeah, Miles
They
Bourne,
do
his
sign
name.
language.
He's in NXT, and so like he actually was on NXT the other night. He made the comment, like said that after the show, he's going to celebrate with his favorite dessert, and he like winks at the camera.
That's all he gets. She's like, are you talking to me? I can't hear shit you're saying. Let's go.
So John Cena comes back out, gives the attendance number. Who knows if it's real or not?
No, why do they have to do that tonight? We all know that shit wasn't sold out, not even close. So why even like go out there? And
They
be
did
like,
it both
"This is how many
nights."
Did he say it was
but-
sold out?
But no, but I'm saying if it's not sold out, why even do this? Like,
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
It's tradition.
I mean, 50,000 is a lot of people, but like it feels very small compared to previous like attendance records with WrestleMania. You know, like
Yeah.
90,000 or whatever.
We need to quit charging fucking $50,000 for tickets or whatever.
Well,
that's,
yeah.
I hope that shit's over, dude. That's
$10,000 for a ticket to go on Cody's bus or whatever it was.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like the little names that were around the ring and stuff too. They were selling those. They were selling plaques of those for like $1,000. If you
Oh, so
wanted
you're
your-
saying
your name on
last
the
year it
canvas.
was 60,000, the same building. So last year they did more.
Mm.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
it's
they
good
shouldn't
to
have had
know.
it in the
Like,
same fucking building 2 years in a row.
I know that's why they couldn't say new attendance record. They couldn't do that.
Right.
But it's good to see that it wasn't as many people because maybe that'll show them like they need to cut that bullshit out. Like that's ridiculous, and especially for the show you got last night. Imagine paying that ticket for that.
No, I'd be pissed. I would have never paid it anyway, but this is me. Bianca Belair, though, come back, man, for the first time in it's been well over a year, right?
Yeah.
When's the last time she was on TV?
Right after Mania of last year, I believe.
Mhm.
So everybody's excited she comes back and everything. She's got this big fucking gown on, and like it kind of gives away. Like my wife was like, "Oh, she's pregnant, right?" And yeah, I guess that was the big announcement. She unzipped her rose gown and had a little belly. So congratulations to her.
Did you like notice like she got a huge pop when she came out there. And then when she revealed that she was pregnant, there was some boos in the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, it's the fact that she has been gone so long, and now she's going to be gone for at least another 8 or 9 months, whatever it is.
So almost she's going to be out. Like she's not going after like she's had the baby and everything. It'll be like almost 2 years, right? Since she would last been on there.
They did not have an ad on her belly. I was surprised by that. Yeah. And
So like when her husband, if they ever put Montez Ford back on TV, they just want to boo him for getting her pregnant.
Did you see there was a clip of him where he gained like 50 pounds or whatever?
he fucking sucks.
Oh, you didn't see that? It was like a house show, and he came out
like
Suck
Montez
ass.
Listen,
Wow.
like okay, Montez Ford is fucking talented as hell, dude.
He is, but did you see? They showed him on a house show, and he looked like he was like as big as the other guy now.
No, I haven't seen him in months, dude. They haven't had him on
they
TV
showed a
or
video of him
nothing.
on like a house show, and they're like, "Look at Montez Ford." He turned around, he was like, "Go like this," and he's as big as the other guy.
Fuck
If
both of them.
if they could get him away from the tag team stuff, the Street Profits, I feel like that dude would have a good chance of being a really good star for the company. But like,
Do you remember before the Street Profits got together? What's the other guy's name? I don't even know.
Angelo
like-
Dawkins.
He had the fucking gimmick. They act like he was stirring shit in a bowl.
Yeah.
Well, I've always called Angelo Dawkins the dollar store D'Lo Brown.
Remember, like the other guy when
Mix it
remember
up.
when the Heavy Machinery came up? I liked them as a team, but then when they put the other guy Dozer by himself, the other guy was fucked. Remember, they got rid of him like right away.
Well, you
they
could
really
predict it.
Yeah.
But they were a cool team with they were kind of very 80s. Like, thought they were kind of cool.
They'll be back at some point. Street
think-
Profits.
Do you guys think this was odd? They had after this segment, they had a Wheatley's vodka. I fucking hate vodka, by the way. God damn, who the fuck drinks vodka? But anyway, Hacksaw Jim Duggan randomly shows up in that commercial. I was like, what the fuck?
What? I must have missed this.
He was on the German Netflix. That's why we didn't see it.
He must have been on the German Netflix. But I swear to God, Hacksaw
It
Jim
was on
Duggan.
mine too.
Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan's in the commercial in the background.
Okay.
You have to go back and rewatch it. I'm like, because he's basically an extra in the commercial. But other than that, the commercial sucked. And they did plug WrestleMania 43, Saudi Arabia next year.
That's the worst. That's gonna be worse than this year.
Do you guys think, like, how is that going to work as far as like the Hall of Fame? Are they going to do it over the span of 2 nights? Again,
I don't know, but I wish they would just move the Hall of Fame to like on Thursdays to where they don't have all this other shit that they got to do.
Or
that
move
day.
it to SummerSlam or Royal Rumble or something.
Something like that, man. Because like there's just too much shit going on during WrestleMania week because like they do it the same night as SmackDown, and everybody is already wore the fuck out after SmackDown. And they're like, well, we got a ticket to the Hall of Fame. We better go. It costs us like $1 gajillion to get there.
And then, like, the Hall of Fame guys, they're not going to have them in fucking Saudi Arabia. They're not going to bring all those people up. They're not going to come over there.
They'll just have them like live via satellite or something.
Would they maybe have the Hall of Fame somewhere in the United States and broadcast it in the United States?
Probably.
Like pre-recorded. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, because you're gonna need to have those stars there.
That would be the only thing that makes sense. I think is just like
And
pre-recorded.
then, like, the WrestleCon stuff, they're not going to be able to have that.
Well, no, I don't know. They might. It just depends. Like, I don't
Who the
think it'll
fuck
be
is going to come to Saudi Arabia, though, man? Like, how many people are going to travel and go over there? I would.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking of the WWE World, like the WWE convention day. But so WrestleCon, yeah, they probably won't do that at all. But like, they might do it like that weekend somewhere in the States, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But like, as far no, they won't. They won't. Bring
Why don't
that.
they go back to Wembley again? Like, I feel like that was so fun to do something there.
I don't know. That's a good question because like AEW did that one pay-per-view, like All In or something. The one that where Punk like was his last match against Samoa Joe there before he like left and came back to WWE. Like they did that show at
What would
Wembley.
be the time difference? Is it like 5 hours or something?
What in the UK or over in
Yeah.
Saudi?
No,
UK.
it's in the UK.
I think it's 5 hours. I think it is.
Yeah, 4 or 5, something
It's
like that.
definitely not as extreme as like the Saudi shows are.
Yeah. You know what I liked, but I mean the time difference is like fucking 12 hours or something, was when they did the Japan show that one time. What was it called? The Beast in the East or something like that. And they never did any other.
Oh yeah,
They never did any other Japan shows like that, unfortunately.
that was the one where they had Brock fight Kofi. It was just a random fucking booked match between Brock and Kofi. It wasn't for a title or anything.
Yeah.
That's funny. Did you guys, we were talking about in a chat, Mark, was that that construction worker dude who's been like talking smack about the wrestlers on Instagram for the last couple months. Have you seen that guy?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he
No.
basically say he'll like, he could kick the shit out of Lesnar and all this other shit. And he's like talking so much smack about everybody. Well, he went to WrestleCon, I guess, and fucking Big Vito beat the fuck out of him or whatever. And what's funny is we were talking about it and they were like, oh, maybe it was a work, this, then this. So I went back on his Instagram and he basically put a post, like a video post, and he's kind of like, I'm a real guy, and that's like it was all a gimmick. Like he like came out like and basically like said like he's just a normal guy who wanted to like just ruffle feathers. So he like basically just like came out of the gimmick and like was just kind of like, I'm just
No,
a
he should have
regular
never
guy.
done that. What the fuck, man? I guess he was just scared he was gonna get the shit beat out of him or something.
But that's the thing. He's like, I could kick the shit out of Brock Lesnar. Like, don't fucking start with
Yeah.
me. And then
Well,
Big
I mean,
Vito, some
your-
fucking
Your
old-
issue is don't show up at a fucking wrestling convention. Just don't show up.
And then did you see that other clip from that guy that like I supposedly touched like what's her name's ass and she like
Cora
recorded him?
Jade.
Yeah, and she like recorded him and like escorted, like screaming at him on the way out. He didn't look all there, that guy either. But
That's what I thought too. And the thing is though, like it may have been something that he didn't mean to do, but like she took it like he was. Because I mean, really, there's no like video footage of that or anything. So like, it's kind of really hard to kind of judge something like that if you don't, just based off what somebody's saying that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he was just her chasing him out, saying you're a sick bastard. You did that, and he's like, I didn't do that. But like he didn't. He kind of looked like he was a little special. So I don't know if that was a nice thing to just push all over social media. But
He looked.
hey, I
like
thought it
he
was just weird with that
70 years old,
construction
too.
guy that was just calling every wrestler out, saying they were all pussies, and fucking Big Vito is the one that just beat the shit out of him. Fucking Big Vito, just like at his table, just like
Skull Von Crush back in the day, jobber, WWE.
And this guy's basically saying he could beat the shit out of like Riddle and fucking Brock and all this other shit, but like Big Vito like takes him out. Wow.
Continuing on though, undisputed WWE Championship match: Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I think this is the match that they could have hyped up the best. Now they didn't. They fucked it up. We all know he's talking about the Pat McAfee thing kind of thrown in there. Jelly roll, baby. Jelly roll. And we knew the match was going to be good. I thought the match was pretty good. Those guys did work well together and everything. Randy Orton's great in the ring. Cody Rhodes, I'll give him credit, even though I don't like his pocket watch and his big, ugly fucking tattoo.
Don't like his face. Don't like his hair. Don't like his lisp.
His lips don't work like his daddy does, baby. Let me tell you something. It doesn't work as good.
He's no Dusty.
He ain't no American Dream. But had a great match and everything. Weird finish. Oh, before we get into the match, though, Alicia Taylor, the fucking ring announcer, she annoys the fuck out of me. I fucking can't stand her.
Why? Because of her stupid hair.
Stupid fucking hair. She's got her fucking genital warts and shit all over her eyes.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Genital warts. What the
I mean,
fuck?
she's not my favorite either, to be honest with you, but not for those reasons. I just think there's nothing.
She's just annoying. She's no
Man,
good.
if she had a pocket watch, she'd be fucked, right?
Yeah, who fucking carries a pocket watch? It's 2026, man. But Pat McAfee kind of got involved. Jelly Roll. Did Jelly Roll get involved in this?
Briefly. He
Very
just like came
briefly.
out there and did the elbow on Pat through the table, and that was
The
it.
Jelly Roll figure coming out, by the way. They're
Two
I
of
know.
them. Fucking an elite and a LJN.
I think I'm all set with that. But
Jelly Roll, baby. It's basically like a one-man gang figure, but without the mohawk and shit.
Do you think kids
So
are gonna be like
it's
choke
like-
slam? Like they got him. Like they
so
finally have him.
essentially, it's an action figure of you, right?
Well, without the mohawk. I ain't got no facial tattoos.
You could just
You
scrape them off
could.
and you can make like a West Fig.
So, what did you guys think of this? Because everybody was thinking that Randy was going to win this match, but he
Yeah.
didn't. Cody won, and then Randy kind of attacked him and Punk kicked his eye, baby, made it look like a cunt.
This
Well, I mean, like obviously, you know, I'm a Cody fan, so
You like
I
the
would've-
pocket watch?
that's right. I think he's a Dapper Dan man. But I like Cody a lot, but I think everybody thought that Randy was winning this match. So it's very strange how it ended. I mean, like just like you, I really thought it was a great match. But like just the way it ended with, especially, I thought they were kind of like touch on that more on night 2, but when they didn't, I was like, okay, so I don't really know what the fuck they're doing now. But the only thing I could think of is like, because, Randy, Cody, they have that huge history, like almost 20 years or whatever. And it feels like, that was the plan from the get-go that they're going to extend this feud even longer. I thought that Randy would win tonight, and it would just kind of go on throughout the summer or whatever between him and Cody. But in a sense, it does kind of make sense since Randy lost this at Mania and they do continue the feud with him and Cody, that Randy would win his 15th world title at SummerSlam, where he won his first world title. But now, just with all the news of what happened to Cody after the match, that he might not even be around for a while, the WWE title is kind of up in the air at this point, I think.
Yeah, I thought the match was good, but I just thought it was so poorly booked, even from the whole idea of like the way it started with like McAfee, because now it's coming out and saying that originally the idea was pitched to be Aleister Black was going to be the person on the phone, and that was going to lead to like him, being the voices in Randy's head and why. And in reality, that makes so much more sense, because now you have a wrestler that could get that extra push, and if the Randy thing doesn't work out, then you go to him as like the next big feud. We're now, and then TKO was like, nah, he's not enough people know him, so let's give it to McAfee. And it's like, then he comes out and Randy Orton just fucking turns on him. So everybody's like, oh yeah, he turned on the biggest heel in the company. And then Randy becomes the biggest heel in the company within seconds and kicks Cody after the match. It's like, well, what was the point of the turn on McAfee if he was just going to lose and fucking attack Cody afterwards anyways? It was weird. Like,
there wasn't a plan, man.
He could have easily won the title and then kicked Cody and still left with the title. Like, nothing changed. Like, even if he did the boot afterwards, if he did it as the champion and he was a sore sport and he did it, kick Cody anyways, then Cody chased the title for the next couple months. Like, to me, it just made like that was the booking. So why you had him turn on McAfee doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, unless, I think we talked about this earlier, they now decide to get Aleister Black in the mix and basically have him be talking to Randy. Basically said, yeah, utilize McAfee and then kick him in the head, and then we'll take it from here, kind of thing. Yeah, because we knew the McAfee thing wasn't working, but it's just weird that he didn't turn face. He kicked the biggest heel in the company just to then become a bigger heel then again. So I don't know. It's weird.
It's interesting because you talk about the Aleister Black stuff, and like I guess it's like the SmackDown before Mania when they were showing Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll out there talking, and then like even stuff when Cody Rhodes is coming out there and Nick Aldis, they're all kind of standing outside, and then you see Aleister Black is in the background of all those shots. And it's like 3 different segments throughout the same night, and then every segment you see Aleister Black in the background. So is he going to be a part of that eventually at some point? I don't know, but like the McAfee stuff, like I think it kind of like became common knowledge amongst everyone after seeing the backlash from when he first appeared and teamed up with Randy and stuff. Nobody really liked it, so I think that whatever their plan was before kind of got thrown out the window, and they did what they did at Mania. By just kind of taking him out of the picture. And then, later he comes back in the match as the referee. And when he goes to do like the count, like to me, it looked like a slow count. And that was my only reasoning as to why Randy gave him the RKO.
But why would he come in slow count? What would be the reason for that?
See, I my reasoning before was that I thought there was going to be more to that because of just the stuff that he came in saying about CM Punk, because Punk talked shit about him first, to be fair. But like, I thought there was going to be more involved with that. And I thought that, maybe he was like Randy was a pawn in all of this. And then McAfee was actually aligned with Cody the whole time. And because I was expecting more and more that Cody was going to like turn at some point, become the heel, because they were teasing it in that match. He like eye poked him and all this shit, and like, was just doing really like he had heel tactics. And I was like, something's got to happen here, right? But it really didn't. And then they didn't touch upon that on night 2. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe they just kind of realized, like, the fans don't really want McAfee there. Like, okay, maybe we should pull back on this, because if you remember, McAfee had said the stipulation: if Randy lost, he would never be in wrestling.
I was going to ask you about that. Do you think he's going to stick to that, or are they going to work that in there somehow?
I don't know.
The thing is, too, people hate McAfee,
nothing.
but McAfee's good at what he does. Like, he's not a wrestler, but he's good. He's a good enough wrestler. He's fucking great on the mic. I mean, like we said before, love him or not, but nobody's fucking over. He's over in his own way. He could be as a heel, but I mean, the guy gets a reaction, which is unlike half the roster that they have anyway, which is fucking sad. So, I mean, love him or hate him, he gets the job done as the heel that he's supposed to be, or reaction behind the camera, or whatever it may be. It works. Now, do I think he was the right man for the job on this? No, it didn't make sense that he would be the guy.
I want to see Jelly Roll and McAfee backlash. Maybe we'll have a match.
Sure, but Edward made a good point. DiBiase Jr. was like in the audience.
He was.
And why they didn't utilize him, I don't know. And how the hell he got those tickets, I don't know. So
they probably want to stay away from him for just a little bit longer.
I know.
His father is the $1 million man. I mean,
I really think it's a little bit weird that he would be sitting right there in the match and like nobody even mention it. Like, he obviously had to have bought those tickets. Like, I'm sure WWE weren't going to be like, hey, come sit in the audience so we can see you during the match, but we're not going to use you for anything. So
yeah, that was weird. They should have taken advantage of that. There was so much they could have taken advantage of in this match, and I was very disappointed by the finish. The McAfee thing I thought sucked. It should have been Aleister Black. That guy needs it. I mean, he was Crater. We talked about this. He was the last guy to pin Orton, so he's going to come into play at some point. Is the Cody thing that serious? Like, where he's for sure not going to be around, or is it still too early?
Dude, did you see like his eye? Because it's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that, but like,
I don't know, like, because like I don't know if they're just like, if it's that bad to where like they're just trying to turn it into a storyline or something, because he was supposed to have like all these meet and greets and photo ops and shit like that today at WWE World, and they canceled all those because of the eye injury. And now, like, there was like a report, or I think it might have been Jackie Redmond said on the pre-show that he's not medically cleared at this time because of the orbital injury or whatever they called it. So I don't know. It just feels like if they do end up taking the title off of him, they should maybe, I guess, do a tournament or something, and which Jacob Fatu should probably win. I don't know.
I don't want to see any more tournaments, but thank you, Michael, for the super chat. He says, great post show tonight. I can imagine how hard it would be to book a show. I realize how different every wrestler hits for different people. Yeah.
They definitely
that's
do,
true.
for sure.
But
But
let's move on to not two.
But as
we're still
night
on
one
night
though,
one.
like, what's your as we run it down? Like, I know we talked about it before, but honestly, like, I think this night one is probably I'll never go back and watch this again. Like, not a fucking chance, right? So, like, I look at night one and I said this already right now is probably one of the worst. But I can't say that about last year either. I've never watched that again, so I don't even remember what the hell last year was.
I never go back and rewatch any of them anymore. Really, I mean,
anything post like 24 or something. I've never watched again.
What? You never rewatched 25?
Which one? I don't. I mean, again, after a certain amount, I don't know which one is which.
Like,
That's Sean Taker.
Okay, so I've rewatched that one.
It's 25 and 26, right?
Maybe the last one I rewatched the second time was when Daniel Bryan won. That was probably the last time.
Oh, 30.
27
That's the one I was
sucked
at.
dick.
I think
Really?
that was the last one I remember watching a couple times.
27 is really bad.
Mhm.
Which I think WrestleMania 9 is still.
Oh
the
man,
worst.
what?
Yeah.
See, I would rather watch WrestleMania 9 than like anything over the last fucking decade. Like I've watched WrestleMania 9 so many times in my life. I've watched
watched
WrestleMania
WrestleMania
11 a lot of times.
WrestleMania 5 is a big one for me. I watched it a lot.
5 was awesome.
Mm,
Yeah.
but
7.
it's just again, I think it just could be nostalgia glasses or what, or it's just anything I think back then, 1 through 14 or 15 are like ones that I go back and watch always.
Yeah. I think I watched 10 and 14 the most out of all of them.
So moving on to night 2. Another kickoff with John Cena, blah, 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 blah. Who gives a shit? Welcome to WrestleMania again. Here we go. Obafemi and Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah.
And this is everything that I thought this match should have been. 5 minutes or less. Oba looks strong. A lot of people didn't predict the Brock retirement thing. I don't know if that was,
that
No,
shocked
definitely
me for
not.
sure.
but I thought that this match was great. It worked perfect with those guys. They did everything they needed to do. And Oba, man, he's a main event guy.
100%. I think the right man went over. I didn't realize Brock was going to do that, but I think they both came in and gave it 100%. And I thought for two big guys that are athletic, this was a solid match. It was a good timing that didn't need to be much longer than this. And I feel like they made the right choice. I was nervous after last night that the booking was going to be fucking weird. And I was like, they have a chance to change it tonight. And I'll be honest, on most of these matches, like I thought that the right person won tonight on night 2.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I thought that I was scared for a moment there that I thought they were going to have Brock go over just because of the ESPN, like free on ESPN for the first hour thing, and where ESPN is just super high on Brock. I thought, oh God, don't do this. But like when they actually went through with it, put Oba over, I was like, hell yeah, that's what they need to do. And then what stood out to me was like after Oba won the match and he's not kind of going up the ramp and he does his pose or whatever, Michael Cole says, Obafemi, the next big thing. So I was like, oh, so they're going to go like all in with him. And then I don't know if anybody else in the chat watched the post show, but Obafemi calls out Roman Reigns on the post show tonight. So that's interesting. It feels like going forward, because I wasn't happy with the result in the main event tonight. But like now that I know that Oba's going to probably be more involved with that, I think that works.
He needs to challenge Roman on Raw for the title.
Yeah, but what do you guys think though? What's the best decision here? Do you put him right to the top already, or do you let Roman beat him? Like I feel like is this too soon to like
he goes over right now?
Just
do it
send
now.
it to the moon now.
You think you think it's right now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See, like I mean, hey, maybe I'm all for giving people chances. I just don't know if it's gonna be one of those things that's too fast too soon. Because I mean, this is fast. Like this is very fast, faster than I think anybody really to get shot to that.
Well, it definitely is. But I look at how over he is. Look at how he's connected. Like,
and he's young too. They need young guys.
And it's organic, and they need somebody like this right now. So just do it while you have it. Strike while the iron's hot, man. You got to go with it.
I 100% agree with what Mark's saying, and I think like you're right. It is really fast. If you're just looking at the main roster, but if you look at back then when Brock first came to the company, like he just all they had was the main roster, and it was really quick for him to kind of rise to the top too. But like. They didn't have NXT back then, and for I guess the past couple of years or whatever, Oba's been in NXT, and like he just kind of dominated over there. So I guess that's when he first came, because when he first came into the main roster, like they knew who he was because of NXT, and they knew that he was already over with the fans. He was already getting those pops from the fans. So I think it's time. I think if they're going to do this, do it now. Or it's never, man. I think.
Did you watch the pre-show when they were really hyping this matchup and they were talking about Oba's life and all that stuff? And he's like, They were like, he used to collect bootleg DVDs. Did you hear?
Did they really? I didn't see that.
I was like, yeah. I was like, he's like a DVD collector. So
Fuck
he used
yeah.
to collect bootleg
He-
DVDs. They said.
See, there you go. He's a physical media supporter. That's
I
all.
wanted to
Well, God,
record
it
it
is
and like make
bootlegs.
like I wanted to make like a video about it and record it because I was like laughing at myself when they said it.
Next
I'll find
matchup, though, Intercontinental Championship 6-way ladder match. Penta versus Rey Mysterio versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev. Now,
Bro,
why was this match on?
Listen,
I
I got
don't
a
know,
rant
it's
on this
fucking
fucking
cool,
match
though.
right now. I got a rant on this. Dude. Fucking wrestling 101. This is wrestling 101. When I was wrestling, this was like one of the first things you learned. And these guys are fucking pros. Bro, why were all the luchadors that already look the same fucking all wearing red?
Oh
That's the
yeah,
stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I
If
thought
you
so.
don't,
I agree
I
with
didn't even
that.
know who the hell it was. I'm like, who the hell is that? Ray or fucking Penta or Dragon? They all wore the same colors, dude. They look
Yep.
like my friend was here. He goes, "Oh, are they on a team?" I go, "No, but they fucking look like they are. This is
Yeah.
stupid. Why would
Yeah,
they all have
That
red
had to
here?"
be by
That's
design.
crazy.
I don't know if they were trying to like put something over or like was this
I
a
think it
special
was just,
occasion or something?
dude, it had to have been just by mistake. Like they just like, oh, oops, we all have red. But like they should have made a point. Like, dude, you guys can't all be wearing the same fucking colors. That it's
Yeah, because
It
it's
was like-
WrestleMania too, right? If it was
Dude,
a regular
like-
pay-per-view.
and it
Yeah.
wasn't just like, oh, hey, Rusev had red and Ray had red. It was like Ray, Penta, and Dragon Lee all had the
Mhm.
same red masks with red pants.
Yeah, because
Like,
like
you
what Ray
can't
was,
do that.
Ray's outfit was like Deadpool inspired, obviously, and then like what Penta came out as Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat.
That fucking
was
helmet
kinda
was
cool.
like hanging off him. He didn't like that. It was so
Yeah,
big.
but
He
it,
kept like holding it on. His
That
at his strut.
that was the first thing I noticed though, man. Like before the match even began, I was like, three of these guys are all wearing red, and like that's awful because that can get so confusing for people that are just watching this. It's kind of like a
100%.
casual viewer and are not familiar with them.
How
on,
did
like,
they come to pick these guys for this match though? Because
They
like
didn't.
most of these guys aren't even on Raw on a regular basis or SmackDown.
They
Just
didn't
thrown
so,
together.
like Penta, announced he like I had a match on Raw or whatever, and then after the match, he's being interviewed in the ring, and he just announces the match. And as soon as like after the match is announced, they show this graphic with the rest of the guys. Granted, this was before Ray was added to the match, but like they showed all these other guys, and then like, Michael Cole makes this comment saying that they all had qualified matches on main event. I'm like, that's bullshit because Penta just announced this match. Like, how's
Like,
that fucking possible?
Look at though. Dragon Lee, dude. I mean, they're all fine in the ring and everything, but that motherfucker ain't never getting over.
No,
Nobody is ever gonna give a shit about Dragon Lee. And the same thing goes for Rusev.
No.
Nobody gives a fuck about Rusev.
No,
I have no idea why the fuck
they'd
were
be
on
gone.
that
They'd be
show.
gone if I was in charge.
Rusev Day.
Rusev gone.
Fire his
Dragon Lee,
ass.
Dragon Lee
I
gone.
like Penta. I
Penta
think
would
he's-
stay.
he's
Ray
cool.
can stay until he retires.
Oh,
I'll tell you
God.
this: I think JD McDonough is fucking great. Like I
Yeah.
would
He's a-
keep JD. He's not over, but I mean,
No.
he's solid. There's something there with him. I would
But his
keep him
bobblehead's
around.
supposed to make
Bobblehead's
make
cool.
it fall
I
over.
mean, like,
He's top heavy.
I would keep him around, but Rusev at this point, he's got nothing. He's got to go. He's like Sheamus territory now. He's got to
Mhm.
go.
Oh man, Shane. I love Shane.
Sheamus is done. He's out.
I hope not. I like to see Sheamus have one last run. before
Sheamus
he-
at least
What
looks
run?
like
There's no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's no
I think
way.
he still needs to win the Intercontinental title, man.
Needs
That's-
to. I mean, I guess,
That's the only title.
That's the
he
only
needs.
accolade he
all
has
right,
Look,
fine. It's
achieved.
the IC. He can have his little. run,
Sheamus
man.
follows
How's
us on Instagram, so I'm never putting Sheamus down.
that?
It's just like how Garrett will never bury Otis.
Yeah, Otis follows me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bury Otis.
But
I
this
think he like-
match
'cause
was
you know what? He's a
fine.
horror movie fan, so that's why he's
Yeah.
on there.
This
Mm.
match is fine, but like, yeah, I mean, I'm like, these guys, who cares? Like, most of these guys are just jabronis. So,
Yeah.
who gives a
I
shit?
thought, yeah, I really liked it for what it was. I thought it had some really super cool spots in it, like the OG cutter that Javon Evans did on Rusev, and the Mexican Destroyer on JD on the ladder, and just really cool spots. I thought. One thing that really like kind of peeved me though was like I can't remember if it was Michael Cole or it might have been Michael Cole made a comment when Dragon Lee was doing the Styles Clash on Rey Mysterio, and he says Dragon Lee said that AJ Styles blessed him with use that move for the rest of his career. And I was like,
he did.
what?
You can have my move.
That's
Because he
Thank
knows
you,
that he's
brother.
going to be fired in the next round. So he's just like, yeah, you can do it for the rest of your career. His career's going to be over in like a week.
Dragon
oh
Lee.
god. How ironic would that be?
It's going to be him, Lyra, Bailey. They're going to be on the.
Oh, no.
Rusev's already gone. Watch.
That'll be
He's gone.
Rusev. That'll be the last Rusev day.
Man, Akira Tozawa will never get fired from that company, though. I think.
You know something though, like maybe the reason they were on Mania is those guys were liked or something backstage, right? They wanted to include them. I don't know. Otherwise, it makes no sense.
I think JD's very respected. I think after that whole incident with the broken ribs and him finishing that match, I think that gained him a lot of respect. I think in the back for being a really strong worker. And I mean, I think they like that Javon Evans guy. I think they really like him. I think they really think Penta's going to kind of take where Mysterio left off. I think that's their next big luchador guy who's going to sell merch. I think
the problem is Penta's already in his 40s, right? He's already,
is he?
yeah.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. But Javon Evans, I think they're going all in with him too. Like him, Trick Williams, and Oba. Like those are the three guys that kind of came up at the same time onto the main roster from NXT. And I think like going forward, that's like their future stars, guys that's going to kind of like take over from a lot of the guys that's kind of like, you know, wrapping up their time. Like CM Punk maybe has a few more years. Randy Orton may a few more years. Brock's career's getting ready to end. So that's kind of why they're kind of making Oba the new next big thing while Brock's kind of taking his leave from wrestling. So I think Javon Evans, like going forward, as far as like those lightweight, you know, those kind of like high flyer guys, he's going to be one of the top stars going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I heard Triple H and Shawn Michaels talk about that. Like they're really, really into Javon Evans. So be interesting to see what they do with him going forward.
Mm-hmm.
he's moving up quick too. I feel like he didn't even get that much of a long stint in NXT. Like he kind of was there and then he was already up, I felt like. But I mean, I haven't watched NXT too closely to know, but
he
I
was,
feel like
I'd say about close to 2 years he was there before they moved him up to the main roster.
Let's move on though. United States Championship match: Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams with my favorite and Mark's favorite, Little Yachty.
I'll tell you this. Out of everybody that they've brought around recently, I think Trick Williams is fucking awesome. Like, I think he's got everything that they're looking for in a star.
That dude is going to be huge. I'm telling you.
I mean, if I said tonight, I said if Sami Zayn wins, this is fucking bullshit. Sami Zayn would be another one gone within seconds if I was in charge.
Garrett's
He'd,
always
probably
hated
the
Sami
he'd be
Zayn.
the first one on the list, dude. He's out. He sucks, dude. He looks
Well-
like hell. He's fucking terrible. Like he's a decent worker. He once was, and he probably still is okay. But like, he brings nothing to the table, dude. At this point,
What
It's
was
over. It's
what
over.
was up with Trick Williams' robe and his entrance though? Man?
I
It's
thought
like
it
fucking like a
was-
CVS receipt or something.
he's
It was,
fucking great though. He
Big
was.
roll of toilet paper.
Metal
crazy.
Slinger said something interesting. Like, it did seem like it was like a double turn. Like, at this point, the only saving thing I think you can do with Sami Zayn is almost make him like the Brett when Brett started to turn heel. Like,
Mm-hmm.
where he was like, you know, everybody's against me, like that whiny, like where
So-
Brett was switching, where it was like he was still in his head a baby face, but everybody else was booing him because he was.
That's
being
what
such a
they've been.
bitch.
That's what
Like,
they've been doing with him on SmackDown.
That's
I
the
mean, that's,
only thing I think that'll make Sammy
Yeah.
work is if he can kind of take that same kind of gimmick where everybody hates him, but he looks at himself as a babyface.
Maybe he should like start a heel stable with all these other Canadians in the company, and they could do like a "fuck USA" story again, like
Maybe
our foundation did.
Tail said we could make him El Generico. He can go to AAA and just hang out there for
There you go.
I would.
Yeah.
I could see him
for
do
that.
that.
Yeah, just have him do that for a while. But Trick Williams is fucking. He's gonna be a future.
He's got
champion.
the
He's
he got the
the
hit
guy,
factor
man.
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Good on the mic already. Great character. Good charisma.
Mhm.
Good worker. Great
Great
shape.
look.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
got
Mhm.
everything. And which is funny because I remember when they started to turn him on Carmelo at the beginning, I was like, I don't know what they see in Trick. I feel like Carmelo's the guy. Like when they were in NXT, like they were like a friend, they were like a team, remember? And then they started to turn on each other.
Yeah,
And I
Carmelo
thought for
was
sure,
awesome.
I was like, they were trying to push Trick over Carmelo. I feel like Carmelo's the bigger star, but I was wrong. I mean, Trick's way bigger of a star.
Well, it's funny because like that story that you just alluded to, like between Carmelo and Trick and NXT, like Carmelo at the time was the bigger star. And that's why they ultimately chose him to go to the main roster before Trick. But once Carmelo went to the main roster and Trick was on his own, Trick became bigger than he ever was, like in NXT at that point.
He has the catchphrase they like to use. You know, like there's a lot that
again, Booker T is to thank for a lot of that. I feel, and that's why I think Booker T was like a mentor for Trick, because that's why Trick uses the bookend as one of his moves. And Booker T, I think, said on his podcast not long ago that if he does come back for one more match as a retirement match, he wants it to be against Trick Williams.
Well, was Booker the one I can picture Booker in like NXT, like, whoop that Trick. Did he's the first one to say that?
Man, like, well, I don't know if he's the first one, but like when he would come out and they were doing like the whoop that Trick chant in the crowd, like Booker would always kind of ad lib these extra, like, all right, yeah, let's go, man, and stuff like that, between each whoop that Trick and his interest. And I was like, man, that really helped Trick.
It did kind of work, yeah.
That character, and so I feel like that's what kind of pushed it even more, like, all right, this guy is super over. Booker loves him. Let's get him to the main roster. And that's what I was worried about when he came to the main roster, that it wouldn't be the kind of same effect. But it doesn't feel really any different, at this point yet from what it did when he was in NXT. So I'm happy to see it, and I'm excited to see what happens with him going forward.
And that was all organic. Trick Williams said, I think on Chris Van Vliet, that was just the audience. They did that. The whole whoop that Trick chant. It was organic. They came up with it.
And it's crazy too, because if you look at those crowds on the NXT shows, it's just at like this little small arena. There's maybe not even 500 people in those audiences for that building. But like, I don't know. The NXT is pretty cool. I mean, here lately it's been pretty good, I think, mostly for the women's side of it, but that's another conversation.
Did you guys see there was some dude that I guess has a pretty big like Instagram or TikTok following, I guess, just some guy, and he was at some event and Trick Williams was there like walking around, and Trick had the whole get up on still, so he had the fur coat, no shirt underneath, the sunglasses, and he was just kind of walking around like
it seemed super cool, man.
And the guy like filming him, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this motherfucker?" Like, because like they're like, he's like, does anybody out there know who the fuck this guy is that's walking around with this? Like, he had the shades and the thing, and then underneath the thing, I mean, it had thousands of comments, and people were like, like they kept tagging Trick Williams in the thing, and they were like, yo, he's a bigger star than you are. Like, I'd be careful what you say, because he was like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? Like, because he had the fur coat, nothing underneath the shades, like just walking around.
Where did you see this at?
It was just on Instagram. Around. Like, he was like walking around. Like, it almost looked to me, it looked like
you need to find
like, that. Like maybe a hotel or something. But he's had like all of his gear on, like
gimmick on.
Yeah, he had the gimmick on. So some guy that was just there. Like, what the fuck is this
I need to see this. That sounds funny.
And he's asking people online, like on live, does anybody know who the hell this is? Is he a rapper? Like, who the hell is this?
He does kind of look like a rapper. He could pull that off.
But like, imagine not knowing wrestling and seeing him in gimmick just walking around like a hotel or something like that. Like,
after that one, though, of course, new U.S. champion there, Trick Williams. Kind of a short match. It wasn't really that long of a match either. But street fight, Dominic Mysterio versus the Demon, Finn Balor, who the Demon version has not been around in years, right? What was
3
the last?
Years. Okay. The last one was that match at Mania against Edge, I believe.
In the Hell in the Cell, yeah.
Dominic had a pretty cool entrance. They had like this big I don't know what they call it that they were carrying him out in
Throne
or
or
whatever.
Throne. It's
Yeah.
like when those D'Lo Brown and those other guys were carrying Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah.
But like a bigger version of that or something.
But then he
It's
just
almost
he jumped off and they'd like catch him. I was like, oof, he got lucky on that one. They didn't drop
yeah,
his
because
ass.
like they had like a bunch of guys in luchador masks, and I don't know, they may have been AAA wrestlers or whatever.
They were, something probably.
But he had a pretty cool entrance. I thought that was, and I thought, I figured this match would be pretty good. And it was a pretty decent match. Not that long of a match, but I'm glad they finally let Finn Balor win a match.
Oh,
I
he
think
needed it.
it.
If he didn't win this, that would have been bad.
You know,
You don't bring the demon back to have him just lose. And the thing is, I hope this time if they do the demon thing, like the problem with the demon is that like he never was different. Like he was the same Finn Balor just with makeup on. Like he had no change in the way he wrestled. He wasn't like more powerful. Like he didn't take as much damage. Like that was always the problem with the demon. I love it, but it was just paint. Like it didn't really make him any different when the bell rang. And I think that's always been a problem. And I hope they maybe change that where the demon seems like a threat more than Finn does, because there's got to be some kind of change in mannerisms or something he can do in the ring to set apart Finn from Demon. And I think that's always where they have a tough time.
It showed a little bit more tonight than usual.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot more theatrics and stuff like that.
The growls and like the
the thing
that
with
he
his
was
tongue.
doing.
Yeah.
But he needed this win, and I don't know where he goes from here, but I would love to see Finn back in some kind of title picture of some kind. It doesn't need to be world. I just think he needs if he wants to feud with Penta or do something, or Penta loses to Dominic and then he gets it for him. But I would like to see Finn with a belt, because I feel like he never really recovered after that win where he won the title and got hurt. I think that they looked at him as the man, and he got fucked up.
Yeah, I think that's on its way, man. Like I really think I'm hoping this is maybe the end of the stuff between him and Dom and the Judgment Day and all that after this match, and they can kind of go forward and like start pushing Finn into like the title picture more. But let me ask you guys a question. So do you think that the Judgment Day is just slowly starting to kind of disintegrate at this point? Because I find it really odd that, not only did they like last minute announce that this match was going to be a street fight, but there was no interference.
No,
there
I
was
said that to my friend.
No JD, no Raquel, Roxanne, Liv. I mean, it was just Dom on his own against the Demon. I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought like, oh well, when they announced the street fight thing, I was like, oh yeah, there's going to be plenty of interference. There's going to be crazy, wacky shit going on with Dom. Getting the upper hand. But no, like Dom just kind of got the upper hand on his own here, which is surprising because of how they are portraying this Demon character to be like this overpowered version of Finn Balor. So like, and there was just a lot of just chair shots and table spots and stuff in this. I mean, it was a fun match, and I'll say, Dom is my favorite guy in WWE right now. And so I just love that they took this story between him and Finn, which is kind of like dates back about 3 or 4 years now. When Dom first joined the Judgment Day, and then like over the past like couple of years, they just kind of been teasing this like tension between Finn and Dom, because when Finn brought in Roxanne Perez into the Judgment Day, and like almost like he was trying to get Dom in trouble with Liv and all that shit. So it just seems like there's kind of been building this for a couple of years, and for it to pay off, finally. And I just don't see it going any further than this. What do you guys think?
I would like it to be done, I guess, but I think you're right though. I said to my friend, like, it's weird that there's no other Judgment Day people involved here, especially because that was kind of where the feud started, was that the Judgment Day was kind of, this is the breakup basically, and that they're not coming out to help Dom at all. Like, it's weird that there was no Liv coming out with Dom on that throne. Like, it was strange to me that everybody else was MIA. Like, Roxanne, was she around on the Liv match? I don't remember.
Yeah,
she did.
Involved, yeah.
But yeah, it was strange that they didn't have any of them around. But I don't know. I don't know what happens from here. I feel like you're not going to break Raquel and Liv up right now, but I also don't think you're going to break up her and Dom either. So I don't know what this ends up being. Just with JD, like I don't know what they're going to do with the Judgment Day at this point.
It does say on here that this was Balor's first televised win since September. Wow.
Did
They
you guys
signed him to a big contract so he wouldn't leave. So I'm hoping they actually do something with the guy.
Did you guys notice that they added and I think Crater and I were talking about this. Adam Weitzman was the guy's name that joined the commentary. It was the weirdest fucking thing. And he didn't say one fucking thing. Did he?
No,
I didn't even notice him.
I don't know.
Like they showed him, he was like, and then whatever, like, and then you could, and then during the match,
joining
like,
commentary for the match,
and he's just like going, and he's just watching, not saying a damn word. I'm like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that was. But yeah, they showed him on there, and he waved or whatever, and didn't say shit. But yeah, for the women's championship match, the Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. This was brutal, man. Like I thought that, and here's the thing, and I know on Crater's show, I think I watched all the show eventually, but like Crater, you said that Jade is green. I don't even know if green is the description at this point because she has been training for years and years and years and has just never gotten any better. I just don't think it's in her to be a better wrestler than what she is currently. I think it's
that's what I was thinking.
When I say that she's green, like what I mean by that is just, of course, like she just kind of stayed in the same position as like any kind of rookie coming into wrestling. It's just like she gets all this training, she's had enough exposure, but it just feels like she hasn't
I get it
at all.
I get it because look at her. I mean, she looks like a fucking star. She like her she's got the charisma and everything, but it's just in the ring. Like, I don't know. I would have maybe brought her in as like a bodyguard for a while and then not have her wrestle. Yeah. Because like I don't think that she's going to improve any more than what she is right now.
I will say this though. I'll give her credit on this. I think this was the best match she's had since she's
I was just going to say that. I think that Rhea helped carry this pretty damn well, and I feel like, as far as I remember, there was no botches, which was good to see on a big stage like this. You could tell Rhea was like saying, like, she was leaning in, hit me now. Like, you could tell that there was like a lot of her guiding her Jade what to do. But I feel like for what it was, they had a good match. I thought the match was fine. I think for two girls that are like, with Jade and the two bigger girls, like, they did great. And I'm happy. I'm happy to see Rhea with a belt again, because it's not the same Rhea as it was a couple years ago. I mean, she looks so different now. She's not that, like, for a while she looked like almost like China, where now she's so small now that I feel like, I don't know, like, she doesn't have that same. Jade looked more intimidating than Rhea did tonight, like, as far as power and how jacked she was. So I mean, I think that it's time. Rhea's still a star, and she's my favorite out of everybody in the whole company, but I think it's time, and she's needed to have this belt again, where for a while she didn't need it. Like, she was bigger than the title, and I feel like now it's like she needs it again.
So what happens going forward with her and Io Sky, though? Do you think Io turns heel? Do you think Rhea turns heel? Because I really think that those two need to start feuding again, because look at last year, the WrestleMania triple threat, or the Evolution match between Rhea and Io. Two of the best women's matches all year last year.
I was kind of hoping that they were going to make out at the end of that match there.
Well, I mean, we can dream, right?
I mean, I don't know, but I don't see Io as a heel.
I don't either, really. Like, they tried it with the whole damage control thing. It didn't really work to me. I mean, I love Io. I mean, I think she's one of the best women wrestlers in WWE. But, like, as a heel character, it didn't really work. I think it much better, like she does. She has the kind of, like, just that personality that fits a typical baby face. And if they do kind of like put her and Rhea in a feud again, I think Rhea needs to be the one that turns heel, and they can kind of use that with like the Asuka stuff too. It's like Asuka telling Io, like, I told you so, and all that shit.
Well, doesn't she go to SmackDown though? I mean, because Liv's got the title for Raw. So
yeah.
Again, I said this before. I think I said this on the show we did too, Mark. Like, does it really matter now? Like, because they could just go where Cody shows up on Raw all the time. You know what I mean? Like they could just tell them to go wherever they want them to go.
Yeah, they don't really. They're not that strict with that shit anymore.
But who would you feud her with now? Like, I mean, it would only
That's what I
make
was
sense
thinking.
that Io would be the person. because
Io.
there's- I know, but if it's not Io, is it Chelsea? Like, who else is there? Somebody that you can say, oh, you know what, Rhea and this person would have a great
Tiffany?
feud.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
The-
Well, Tiffany's #1 contender for the U.S. title,
Right,
So she's
right.
got the thing with Julia.
Fuck, I don't know, man. Jordan Grace.
Oh yeah.
She's back.
Well, where does Jade go then? That's another thing. Like,
It-
what do they do with
I
her?
don't know.
She just go away.
See, I wouldn't fire Jade though. Like that's
No.
like out of everybody I say, I'm like I wouldn't fire Jade.
I think she's a good like special appearance type person, maybe like Brock Lesnar
our
was. or
special
something.
attraction, like Andre was.
Did Naomi have her baby yet? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Like when is she coming back?
What if she had it yesterday? You're gonna bring her out tomorrow? Like,
Well,
get
no,
out
I'm
there,
not
we
saying.
need somebody.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, when is she going to be able
Get
to
back
come
to work.
You know?
The
I mean-
Corey
do you
mentioned
think that
though.
Rhea's too over to be a heel at this point? Like, do you think that would even work? Like, I would love Rhea as a heel,
No,
but do you think it's
they
impossible?
They
I
don't
think
want to
that-
boo her. They don't
Well,
want to boo
that's
her.
the thing. I think. Look at Orton's a fucking heel, and
Not really.
They've done nothing but cheer him the past few weeks.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think it really matters at this point. It's just it kind of blurred the lines so much.
What's Rhea gonna do? Is she gonna feud with Mitchin for a fucking 2 months?
Oh God, she's gone too. The fucking B-Fab girl. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Why is
B-Fab
she
would-
still there?
B-Fab would be
Yeah,
gone.
that
B-Fab would be gone.
Fucking MFTs in their asses packing. for
Adam
sure.
Wattsman, though, because I looked this up because Corey mentioned up there that he paid to sit with them. So that makes sense because I looked him up. He is
What?
he's an American entrepreneur and is the owner and CEO of Upstate Shredding, some big scrap metal processing company in New York. So he has no reason to fucking sit with them, right? He had to.
So he paid them to just to sit with them, be like,
That is the only thing that makes sense. He has there's no reason for him to sit with him at all. Like he's some rich fucking guy from New York.
dumb as them motherfuckers paying to get their names on the ring
paid-
mat.
Paid $10 million or something to sit there for that one match and not say a
God.
word.
They just kill her. Yeah.
Yokozuna? Who's the guy that they had on Raw that time that was just doing the dumb jokes?
Oh
Who?
yeah,
Like, haven't they on Raw
Rob,
Rob Bartlett or something?
Rob Bartlett. Yeah, it was on like the first 2 episodes of
okay.
Raw.
He was
Who
just
that?
he wouldn't stop with the fucking jokes, and it got so ridiculous.
How many
Yeah,
episodes was
okay.
it? Was it 2 episodes or he
It
wasn't
was
on
like
many
a
of them?
couple. Yeah, I forgot about that shit till you guys mentioned that. Like that was
When you go back and listen to some of the stuff he was saying, it was like, I'm surprised Vince didn't punch him in the face. It was
Dude,
so
dude, like
bad.
it was like that.
It was almost like exposing the business,
it was
like
so
right on TV.
awkward. Like you know, like Vince couldn't wait to fire that dude's ass.
It's so-
John Cena in the Danhausen segment though. We gotta
Oh
talk
wait,
about that
wait!
because
Do you remember when Rob Bartlett pretended he was Mike Tyson and called, and he wouldn't stop doing the voice?
Oh,
for fucking ever.
jeez. I
It's me,
forgot
Mike
about that.
Tyson, I'm in jail. I'm watching Raw. He kept
Oh,
doing it for like fucking
I
2
do
matches.
remember
Just
that.
like, all
Yeah,
right,
I
bye,
was gonna say
Mike.
it was
I'm
like
like-
during the matches he was doing it. I was like, what the fuck is
And
happening?
Vince kept saying, "I'll talk to you later, Mike." I'm not gonna stay on the phone. It's like, shut the
whatever happened to Rob Bartlett.
I'm telling you, if you guys haven't seen that, go. We'll try to find
Oh,
it. Rob
I watched
Bartlett,
it not
Mike
not
Tyson.
long ago. Now that you mean, like, because I was trying to watch some of those old Raws.
You
on,
could tell
on
Vince was
Netflix.
getting so pissed.
Oh, it's rough.
Get out of here, Rob.
It was funny.
They announced the John Cena Danhausen thing. Cena announced attendance again. Combined attendance 106,000, whatever. And the Miz and Kit Wilson kind of interrupt him, and that leads to Danhausen coming down there with a bunch of. They said it. They called them midgets.
Michael
It
Cole
was
said it.
dying.
So
I'm not-
I was
out.
dying.
it's
I'm
okay to
marked
say
out.
it again, guys.
Yeah. Call the
Midget
midgets.
Mania's running wild, brother.
And dude, like,
They're like, did you just say midgets? They're midgets. That's what we can call them that again.
That's
I
what
think
they're
he said.
called. They're midgets.
I shit you
Barrett.
not, though. This was the funnest segment of the entire
agree.
fucking weekend.
I loved it.
He punched him in the dick.
Yeah, I died. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is great. It's
Well,
like
it's
something
funny,
that I would book.
He calls that one. He called him Davis, and I was like, "So is that?" I'm like, "Is this supposed to be the Davises in all of Danhausen's like YouTube videos? Is a midget the whole time?"
Oh God, this was great. Do you remember back in the day when they used to have them on all the time and they'd always fight like just regular guys, but they'd always like bite the guy's ass. That was
Right.
like,
Lord Littlebrook.
they would always like bite the wrestlers' asses.
I always
Little Louie.
loved the match with like Mini Vader, Mini Mankind, Mini Goldust. That
Yeah.
shit was awesome.
This was great. I thought this was funny. Then Danhausen's over, man. Like, even did you see Nick Khan in the front row when Danhausen came out? He was clapping. He thought it was
Really?
hilarious. Yeah.
Awesome.
The
I didn't
first
see
time I
that,
saw
but-
that dude smile in like 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, I also agree. This is a super fun segment, and I'm a big fan of Danhausen. I love those
Right.
shit.
And he
Like,
tried to hide after the big puff of smoke or whatever. And run
Yeah.
under the
Yeah.
ring, like,
because my
This is some
nephew was
good
like, my nephew was like, did you see that? I think they messed up because he went and hid under the ring. I'm like, no. I said, what are you talking about? He disappeared. You didn't see that?
but yeah, there was a lot of time wasted between matches here. I
Mhm.
think it was a total of about 40 minutes before the main event. Which, everybody was curious what they were going to do with this because, CM Punk and Roman Reigns, they've built this up pretty good.
Fuck yeah, they did.
For Mania this year. It's probably built the best of any of the matches. And yeah, I mean, what do you guys think of the end result here? Because Roman Reigns, evidently he's going to start going full time again. I think it's somebody mentioned in the post show that he said he's full time during this reign, so he's going to be on there every week.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, it would
Yeah.
be nice if he's full time, but I think I wanted Punk to win. I think that
Yeah.
Roman winning was not going to do anybody any favors, but they did a pre-show like before the thing started, and they did an interview, and basically Roman was like, if I win, I'm going to reset the federation or whatever and make it better again. If I lose, I'm leaving. And I'm thinking after that, I was like, he ain't going to lose. He's not going to leave for
Yeah.
good.
I didn't
Like,
see that, but yeah, I can kind of
so when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's it. He's winning. And of course he did. I thought the match was very good. I thought it was a really good match. It might have been the match, in my opinion, the match of the whole both nights, I think.
I thought so. I thought
It did
was-
feel like a big deal. Like it felt like a big match.
I felt like there was a lot of time where Punk was like talking to him a lot, like, which I was like, Jesus, Punk. He's like leaning in, and I'm like, don't make it so fucking obvious. Like I felt like he was walking Roman through a lot of that beginning portion of the match. And Roman's teeth, I can't get over that shit. Like that stuff. They need to fucking do something about that. It's
Lucky
not
Beaver.
good, man. Dude, it's brutal. It's fucking Norman Smiley. It's awful.
Norman Smiley. Holy shit. I love Norman Smiley.
It doesn't look good. Turkey teeth, Justin said. Yeah, it's
Is that it?
terrible. They're so white and they're so humongous. It just doesn't look right for him.
They look like the teeth on like the skeletons and shit in a doctor's office. That's what they look like. They're big fake fucking. I don't know.
I don't know why he did that.
I gotta mention though, like the intro, and Mark, I was going to talk about this because we talked about this on my show. But the intro for Punk, like the little video they did before he made his entrance, playing AFI's Missouri Can Tear, which is his old music from Ring of Honor back in the day, and AFI is my favorite band in the world. So like I marked out for this beyond belief. And I predicted this on my show the other night when I had Mark and John Grande on, and like because he had been talking about the indies a lot. I had seen this photo that he posted on his Instagram a few weeks ago where he was wearing like the old black and white jacket, which we've seen in that video tonight, and he's like standing in front of the stadium, and he had like the some of the lyrics from that song. I was like, are they really going to do this shit? Are they really going to like have that song as part of his intro. So like when it happened tonight, I fucking lost my shit. Like I loved it. And then like I was like, that's probably going to be the best thing in the whole match, you know. But like the match ended up being fantastic, best match of the whole weekend.
I wish they would have let him come all the way out to that.
Me too.
I
Like when they stopped it and then went into his other song, I was like, I was kind of digging that.
And someone in the comments says, "Yeah, Punk did that in AEW as well." He did in that like the dog collar match or whatever with MJF. He did, but like I kind of seen it coming with like the stuff I'd seen online, the stuff he was kind of alluding to in his promos against Roman. Also, they had just licensed that song for the new video game. So I was like, I mean, it's not like that they couldn't use it, you know. So I was like, and they did the kind of similar thing last year with Punk in his like video, like the promo video before the match, where they used the Kill Switch Engages music, you know, This Fire Burns. So I was like, they got to do it, you know. They got there's too many like clues here. So like when they did it, I was like, fuck yeah, that made my night.
I would mark out if they would let Randy Orton go back to the "Hey."
I love that song.
Hey,
I like that.
I know Damon David loved that too. He'd be a big fan of that.
Great main event though.
It was like this was the best match of the weekend, I think, for sure. These guys worked very well together, and it definitely had that big match feel. It was really, in my opinion, the only match that felt like a real WrestleMania match.
Punk kind of gave it away though at the beginning. Like I knew he was gonna lose when he held up the title and he like kissed it and then he did like a he did one of those and I was like, oh shit, okay. And sure enough, Roman took it back. I mean, if he's gonna be around, I'm fine with that, especially if he goes right up against Oba. If they do that program, I'm all in for it. We'll see though.
Yeah, I think, like I said, just go ahead, just give it to him, man. Because I don't think Roman says he's going to be around full time or whatever. I think that's bullshit. I think he's just going to.
I was until Oba beat me, and now I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, that's fuck it, man.
We'll have to see. But yeah, guys, this show has run extremely long tonight. It's a work night, so we're not going to be on here much longer. But Garrett, what do you got coming up on the Born to Be Rad channel?
You guys can check me out at Born to Be Rad on Instagram and on YouTube and Facebook. What do I got going on? I actually did a couple videos recently just kind of talking about some memories when it comes to some horror movies and things that traumatized me as a kid that I kind of saw growing up and then did not know what it was, what the movie was, what the plot was. And I found a couple of these movies years later and it kind of closed the case on that. So I tell that story. I actually have one video where I show some old home video footage of some of those movies. And you actually get to see the uncle that I always talk about as the guy who got me into horror. I actually show a clip of him from the 80s in an old home video where I talk about this story. And I do a couple of those videos. Then my next video I'm going to be popping probably on Tuesday. And it's going to be reading a lot of comments that people wrote on those videos. So if you want to check those out, definitely chime in the comment section because I'll be reading some of those in my next video. So definitely go check it out.
Cool. What about you, Mark? What are you editing right now?
Actually, the next thing I might be doing is some stuff with Rambo. We got 2 paid requests for fan commentaries. I'm not sure which one we're going to do first. I'm going to have to check back with him on that, but that'll be my next thing that I put up.
Purple People Eater.
That's coming to 4K, I heard. I can't wait.
Man, I like to have that too, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Crater Mania on YouTube also. What do you got coming up?
Yeah. So right now I'm still just kind of focusing on my How I Got Into Wrestling series that I'm doing. Got a few people lined up right now. I just got to get them scheduled. So I don't have anything coming up this week per se, but I am also trying to branch out and work on some other stuff as well, just so I don't have to just like have all wrestling videos. Because I know like people love wrestling and I appreciate people that do follow me because of the wrestling stuff, but I also want to do other things too. I'm actually working on a few like, because I usually do like the live streams, you know, but like I'm working on a few like pre-recorded videos, like just I'm putting together as like compilation type stuff for a lot of my collection, like my, you know, I collect action figures and just different things. So I just kind of wanted to show some of that off too. I've never really done that before. I've never been really big on like showing stuff off that, on video, like that I collect, but like I'm more open to it now. So I'll be working on stuff like that. And I don't know. You never know with Crater Mania.
The only thing that's for sure is nothing for sure, boss.
That's right. That's right.
You do a series on Doug, the TV show.
I should. I should do that. Fucking, that's the GOAT, man. Best
Also,
cartoon ever.
a lot of the Rad Pit episodes and the Anchor Bay Archives stuff is on the new Rhonda Shear Roku channel. You want to talk about that, Garrett?
Yeah, Rhonda Shear has a new Roku channel. You guys can go download it. It's called Up All Night Network. And we were lucky enough to be asked to kind of be one of the shows that was on the launch. So you can find a lot of our videos, the Anchor Bay Archive podcast episodes, Rad Pit episodes. I turned it on the other morning and it was us talking with Slippy. So it was kind of cool to see that on there. So if you guys want to just catch us on a different format or app, you can definitely go check out Rhonda Shear's Up All Night Network.
Very cool.
She's going to be at a FrankenCon convention in Knoxville. I'm going to be going to a little later this year.
You better tell you're watching that network, brother.
Maybe I should get her shoot a promo on you guys or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Be killer.
But guys, we appreciate everybody tuning in and everything, and we will catch you guys next time over at Stuntman Mark channel, Crater Mania, BornToBeRad.com, and
DeadPit.com.
A big thanks goes out to our supporters over at Dead Pit on Patreon.com. You can get hours upon hours of great content, right, Uncle Bill?
There's so many hours of content. We've got reviews. We've got songs. We've got live streams. We've got exclusive streams. We've got non-exclusive streams. We've got streams with all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of different old shows from the past podcast, the initial incarnation of the show. All of that can be yours.
Dead Pit on Patreon.com. Show us a little bit of love. Give us some money because we definitely deserve it. That Patreon page is so killer that you'll rub your bird to it on a nightly basis. It's that good.
You won't be able to contain yourself. You'll have to jerk your bird out and go crazy. I mean, that's how much content that we have. So much content that it's massive, and it will massively smack you in the face.
You'll play with your bird so much, pretty soon you'll be looking around for somebody else's bird to play.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Filipino bitch, Miss Slatko Fudd, telling you about shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts on TeePublic. There are others, but they all suck. And it's the best goddamn deal on horror shirts you will ever see. New shirts, old shirts, all the in-between shirts. God damn it, bulls, go over the shop.deadpit.com. You ain't down with that. You can go to fucking hell.